Good afternoon. It's me, DjDoubleT, here and existing. Here today with a long haul of King of the Castle, where we're gonna see multiple dynasties pass by and see if I can live through it. If anybody sees what my face looks like currently, I currently have a band-aid, but probably can't see it. But yeah, let's start the game. Well, start a game, wait, see if anybody joins, and yeah. I hope everybody's doing well, and also I need to post it somewhere else that, hey, anyone wants to join. I kind of want the other light on at the moment. I should probably get the other light. It's gonna get dark at some point. Ah, there we go. Better coloring. So today is the Chiefs of the North, Counts of the East, and Grandies of the South. This is a continuation game. I should probably say that as well. Hmm? What was I typing? I was typing something. Alright, put that there, and then, yeah. I have everything right? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. Oh, and I got my blue drink. I guess while here I have I forgot that I have sticky notes. I've had these for like so long that like they've just been sitting here like, oh, they're so colorful. I feel like it's a lot of things in my life. It's like I'll buy these things and I'll never use them, but they kind of just exist and then they bring me somewhat some kind of semblance of joy and happiness. And I think that's what life is. Should probably also say it's a continuation of a game. And if anybody's new that comes by, I can always explain the rules. Other than that, I'm just gonna sit and exist. That's what did I drop? Oh. Wait, that's a token for a free cookie. Why haven't I? Ooh, free cookie. Maybe I should not have drawn on like a mustache with Sharpie. I realized that the smell is now hitting me. Diffuse. What can I do today? Might as well draw something while I wait. I realize I'm also off-centered. Do 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 do. Ah, that's my Spotify. Did not mean for that to pop up over there. Actually, let's fix that right up real quick. Let's move this over here. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably check this while I'm words. I feel like the only downside when it comes to streaming this game is that, like, if you don't have players or people who are ready to play, you're just like, hi, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Mm.
Oh, Mari. Mari, there's so much stuff that I have to relate to you for some reason. I like how, like, in my mind, I was like, I'm gonna talk to Mari about one random thing, and, and then everything came flooding in. Oh, you good?
Oh yeah, what were you saying? You have a lot of latency?
No, like a lot of things to tell you, I guess. At first, I was like, oh yeah, it's just one thing, and then like then more things came in, and then I was like, okay. So so I had like a job interview yesterday, and then I just gotta pass through the second interview part, and then I can make money. um,
Wait, you passed to the second interview?
yeah, it's kind of complicated. So basically, from where I'm trying to apply, right, they're doing this thing where, you meet up with like the general manager of like the store first, and then after you pass their like thing, then you have to go to like the head of all the managers and pass through from that person. And so I'm kind of
Mm-hmm.
nervous about that, so I gotta wait for it because like apparently this supposed to be like in 1 to 1.5 weeks. I'm supposed to get like a call, and then they want to do like a FaceTime, and I'm just like, oh god, they want to do a FaceTime. But like the person that I was talking to, like the manager, they're like, I love your hair. It's my favorite color. You're gonna have to hide it when you meet this person, because like apparently
Oh,
at this job, right, they really care about like dyed hair, and I was like, isn't that discrimination? And then like I talked to like somebody about it, and apparently it's like if it's within their company policy, then it's a little different. But I'm like, that's still discrimination though. But I guess I have to look at the laws, you know?
yeah. I guess I don't know. It just wait. Where are you? Well, it just depends on state, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I'm gonna say West Coast, and that's it. I don't want to give like too much, you know?
Oh no, yeah. I wasn't. Yeah, I guess it depends on like maybe the state's policy or even like I don't know, man. I've worked at Panda before and they never had a problem with me.
Hmm.
And that's I dye my hair a lot.
Yeah, apparently this one person like cares about it, and so there's that. I guess I'm like not going to
Mm.
talk too much about like the job itself, because I want to get hired first before any bad news travels along. And then also
Just
for
wear a hat.
yeah,
Like wear a hat.
that's what they said. They said just wear a hat during your interview. I'm like, okay, it's cold. You know what? I'll wear a hat right when I meet them. But apparently, in order to pass like this interview, I gotta be cheery. So like fake it till you make it. I'm like, okay, I can do cheery. I can do respectful. I just hope I don't come off as fake. So that's the interesting part, you know?
Fake it till you make it. Fake
Mm.
it till you make it.
Uh,
I believe in you.
I'll try. I'll try. And then other things about tomorrow. There's so many mods. Did you know there's actually like I don't know if they added into the
See?
game or if it's a
We should
mod,
add
but like
we should add
what?
we should add the Yippee mod. The Yippee mod for the Robux, bro. We should add the
We really
Yippee mod.
should. We really should. I should probably
That was
message my
such a
friend.
good mod, bro.
Hopefully, like it doesn't kill your computer though, or melons
I
too.
mean, I don't think so. It's just adding sound.
That's true. But apparently, like I've seen so many different other mods of like, um, what was it? There's one with like a cat. Like you can actually have like live cats
Oh yeah.
that apparently walk around and meow, which is a
Yeah.
problem because they can trigger dogs. So there's apparently like a gotcha machine. Like you can gamble your price of your scrap. You can either go halved or even more. Um, we're trying to see if we can get a lot of people for tomorrow, I guess. But Jazz's goal for us is that we need to reach a 10,000 quota, and I'm just like, You want us to try
Bro,
hard that
what?
hard?
What?
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
want to try hard. I just want to fuck around.
Well, that's the mission tomorrow. Tomorrow is to try hard and I guess and Jazz is work for the content. And I'm just like, I'm not here for the content. I'm just here to have fun and not be scared out of my life. So we're gonna hang out a little bit longer than expected, you know? But I've seen like so many funny mods because of Instagram, and it's just like apparently you can change what's on the TV instead of just having just the company stuff, right? They actually had like Le Seraphim's like uh you know the one song, Perfect Night, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, they had that on TV. They also had like a mod where you could emote the ting ting tam 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 da ting tam tam whatever that one was, because like it's a Vietnamese song. I know that, but it's like this whole like feminine dance to it.
Yeah. I think there's like, isn't there the also with the Axel, or it's like you drop it and make that.
Yeah, yeah, we had that last
Well,
time actually. I think, but you were too buggy for that moment.
yeah.
I don't like it. It's too loud.
I think they lowered it.
Mm, okay. I do like the
Not like that
ones.
much, but like they lowered it.
I like it when they have the bonk sound for when you hit people. Although I, well, the problem is that I'm the one who's getting hit by you guys. Cough, cough.
It's so funny because I was going through clips of like different streamers I watch, and I just see that one of the time when me and your friend hit you until you died.
Pretty
I just
much.
found it so funny.
What else? I think that's it. Like that's really what we're gonna do
What time
tomorrow.
is we?
6 p.m.
What
Pacific
time?
time. That's the plan.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I think there's also a mod where like you can control the monsters.
Oh, well, I know that you can like watch the viewpoint of the monsters, but I don't think you can control them. If you could, I feel like
No,
that's.
you can.
Oh, that sounds
It's called
evil.
Control Company.
Oh, no, that sounds
Yep, you
evil,
can make
Mari.
any monster.
That sounds evil. You know why, right? I feel like once you guys
Yeah,
all
dude.
die, you got
What?
I'll be crying in the corner, and then it's like I see a bracket. I'm like, oh, ha, oh no. I'll see like four of them
You just
around
see
me.
a dog.
Hmm.
You just see a dog on the ship waiting there, not even like remotely moving, just waiting.
Oh no, I don't want that. I would not like that. I'd like to live. Thank you very much. I know it's like it's a very hard request, but I'd like to live a good life not even for the company. I'll just be like in the corner crying in the shower with a plushie man watching TV or something, and hopefully not getting eaten. I still can't believe you got Ghost Girl, Mari. I still have not seen the Ghost Girl. Like
Dude,
she
I
has
didn't even.
she has messed with me before, but like
That's the thing. That's like I didn't even see her, so I don't even know if I actually did die to her.
I, because you randomly just died out of nowhere, so it's probably because you got Ghost Girled. That's what we thought, but who knows?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, the signs of that gave me, yeah, of you being Ghost Girl is like if you're just like if you start seeing the lights like flicker randomly, or like you start hearing us sound different, which might be a little bit more difficult, I guess, because like for me when I hear you, Mario, I'm just like I can't tell if there's anything different if there's like a little buggy. So
No, honestly, I think I was like hearing from that clip, and I was like, I sound like shit.
I just was like, oh
But I
no.
was like, I really can't change anything.
The investment into a PC. I had to like clean up my PC yesterday because apparently like it was overheating, and I was like, oh no, I gotta dust everything, make sure it's all good and dandy.
Oh,
'Cause yeah, I was trying to stream yesterday, and then I was like, oh, I see red flashing lights. That means the fan's either down or it's overheating, and I'd rather not, like, in the middle of the stream die, so I'll just have to end the stream really, really early. And then I forgot how to, like, put the cables back in, because I was like, where does this go? Wait, what is this one? I was like, oh, who are you?
oh no.
I was having a moment. But yeah,
It'd be like that. It'd be like that.
Jazz is currently like going through the mods, and I feel like I should create my own mod pack, just like something that I would enjoy. But I think I'm like too lazy for that at the moment.
Oh yeah, I think creating a mod pack is really hard because you gotta test it out on what's working and what's not.
That's true. Wait, Mario, you said you were wanting to make like a mod pack for Minecraft. Have you seen like the really scary one, like the horror like Minecraft one?
Dude, I've seen those. I want to play so bad, but I know I'm gonna die by like the first night.
I'm just gonna be like,
Like I've seen.
I'm just gonna be like living my best life happily, like in my dirt hut or something. I look out the window, and I was like, what's that? What's that? Ah! And then this goes to my window.
Like I think one of the scariest ones is like the cave dweller, which is like that big like I don't know, but it looks hella creepy.
I think the funny part is that like I read the comment section about the thing, and they were like, it's all scary until you realize it only has 60 health.
Oh, that is so true.
It's like, oh yeah, horror demon, yay, yay.
Yeah, I think my mod pack is gonna be like I'll probably still have some of the mods that are like scary, but not really scary. It's more like chill. But
Mm,
like there is like gonna be bosses.
okay. So we're talking about like Twilight Forest
Um,
like bosses, or
oh yeah, I think I really like the Twilight mod. I think I'm gonna add that, and I think I'm gonna add like the
Mhm.
dungeons mod.
Okay.
Just add those. But I'll probably, like I said, I don't think I'll be doing the mod actually because I don't really have a lot of RAM, and you need a lot of RAM if you want
Oof.
to add like a lot of mods.
Yeah, I'm pretty simple when it comes to mods. Like, I think I like the more peaceful ones where it's like different trees, more farming and having pets, and that's my happy life. Like, sure, going through dungeons is like
Yeah.
nice and all, but I think I'm good. And I mean, if you want to try out good
I
mod packs, you can always go through Cursed Forge, although be careful with it.
Yeah, I think I've been doing that, but like, um, I just like look at when I download them and then I look through the mods to see what they have.
Mm-hmm. I think one of my
But
favorite
that is true.
mods
Careful,
is
careful with
still like,
shit. People be like adding shit on there.
I think one of my favorite mods, outside the ones that I've tried before, is like Lucky Block mods, even though those haven't been updated in so long.
Oh yeah.
But like back when popular MMOs like used to stream it with his wife, that was like something of like my high school hood of child, I guess. And that, yeah. I mean, it's fun to me because like I'm like, oh, let's gamble. It's bad. It's luck. Good luck, bad luck. You can explode. You can summon an Ender Dragon.
Yeah. For
And
the
some
wither.
and some of them get like really crazy. Also, I keep selling Sharpie my nose because so a few days ago, actually, I was shaving, right? And this is my first time ever
Uh-huh.
cutting myself by accident. But like, I had pushed a little too hard, and then I just like, oops, like cut myself a little bit.
Oh no.
And so like, now there's like a band-aid in the middle of my lip, and I just drew like a mustache on it.
Oh my god.
Because I was like, you know what? Let's have some fun with this. It looks weird if you see it up close, but like, I guess here, well, you can't actually see because I don't even know if you're on the stream at the moment. But like,
I'm watching. I'm
okay,
watching.
okay.
Yeah.
Let me where's so see there's like there's a bandage right here with
Oh my god. It looks like doesn't even look like a mustache. It just looks like you finishing your nose up. Know what I mean?
wait, you mean like the end of my nose or something?
Yeah, it
Oh my
literally looks like
goodness.
that.
Well, with mommy, no one can tell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is true. And especially since like your camera is like on the corner.
Oh
It's
yeah.
not really noticeable.
But Mario, did you want to
Should do a
join?
cooking stream.
I have to get like a camera like allocation for that. And I think not with like my apartment as it is. I think once I move, maybe, sure. But like when I cook, it's more like really amateur stuff.
Chaos.
No, yet kind of like
Grilled cheese.
like I don't cut properly, and like I can't do it fast, so it's gonna be interesting.
Just making grilled cheese.
Ah yes, how to make a grilled cheese. The funny thing is that I'm pretty good with making soups. I just like, cause soups are very easy. It's like if you mess up, it's too salty, you add more water. If it's not salty enough, you add more salt, etc., etc. Or at least like more water-based soups, because that's what my family's more used to.
Wait, what were you gonna say after I said that?
I think I was gonna ask, did you want to join the game?
Yeah, but don't you need like 2 other people?
Yeah, but you know, once one person starts, then you get 2 other people at some point.
That's true. I'll be the trendsetter.
Yeah. I think you'll be joining whatever group you have already joined, or it's gonna put you in random. Ah, you know what's funny, Mari? I feel like all my friends, or at least all the people that I know from like Lofty as well, or who've like come to the stream that I talk to a lot of them have showed up in the Grandies. Why are you guys all religious today?
For
Like, yeah, Nambi is one of the religious people, because Grandies are known as like the religion people, the battle nuns and whatnot. And I just find it funny that you guys are just there. The goal today is to have 3 games, and if it's like around like 7ish, 7:30, I am going to take a break and then finish up a date with death. Cause I think I'm on like the last day or two, I think, of the game. It might be really short, it might be really long, who knows? But I would like to wrap up the series, just cause so many games in my catalog to play. Oh, also, I think you might like
you
this.
have a lot of games.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm
Oh my
broke.
god, I was literally thinking, you should play the Lamb of Coal, and I'll buy it for you
Call of the
just so you
Lamb?
can play on stream. Yep.
I was actually
It's
planning.
on sale, I think, right now.
Oh, I was planning to get it.
Or team.
I forget. Can you play that with other people or just by yourself still?
Um, I think it's by yourself. But like, if you're streaming it, the people on your stream can be like your cult followers.
Oh.
If they do /join, and then you can either create their character or they can create it. You can give
Oh.
them the choice to like if you want them to create it or if they want you to create it for them.
That sounds awesome. I actually have a game from the creators, I think, of Call of the Lamb, like its predecessor. It's called
Mhm.
Death's Door, I think, where you play as like a little raven or
Oh
crow.
yeah.
And I still have that. I also need to play Chance of Sinar, which is like the puzzle game where you get shoved into a game where you don't understand the language. Like it's this whole culture, but over time you start to notice like this means this and like that means that. Uh oh, but what I wanted to tell you is that there's a game in production I think you would really like called Duck Detective.
What?
Like it's a game where you get to play as a detective as like a duck. It's not like out or anything. It's still like in production, I believe.
I'm watching it right now. Oh my god! It's a duck.
Quack. Quack. Mm.
Oh, have you played Have? Or I think you wish was Have a Nice Death.
Have a Nice Death? Where have I heard that?
Yeah,
I've heard of it before. What's Have a Nice Death?
it's
Um,
insane.
I know it's a game. I just kind of forgot what it was. You know
It's
what?
like I think you play as Death himself. You play as Death himself.
Uh-huh. Are they like sad about being like death or some things like loneliness or no?
Oh yeah, since Death can't die, use what you learned to lose it.
So, it's called At Death's Door, right?
Something like that. Oh, where you play as an overworked Death whose employees have run rampant, completely throwing off the balance of souls and his
Uh-huh.
vacation plans. In order to restore order, you'll have to grab your trusty scythe and show your employees who's boss. That
Ah,
looks so cute.
I remember seeing that and then I was like, it's okay. Like, I feel like I'm very picky with my games. Like, it has to hit like these right little points of like why I would like really like them. Um, Whether it's like a niche thing or if it's just like, yes, yes. Like, I remember growing up, I grew up with the game of like Ratchet and Clank, where it's like you play as like a wombat and a like a little robot, and you get like weapons. But like, I started playing the game from its original game and also going commando, where it's like the weapons, if you use them enough times, they upgrade and become different things. And there's like so many different weapons to use, different bosses. I remember just like being young and unable to like play the game because I was like, I don't know how to beat this boss. And oh, I got slapped. Where do I go now? What am I doing? And then I finally realized once I got older, I was like, really? You couldn't just sidestep? Like, this is the button to sidestep, kid. Why didn't you do that? That's where I was disappointed in myself. Although I was kind of sad about Rayman 3, because like I had to fight this enemy that was invisible, but the problem is the camera angle was so bad. Like I was like, I can't see. What am I fighting? So it's basically like me fighting the air while getting beaten up by the air.
Oh no.
So that was pretty funny.
I think I think one game I am looking forward to is the it's supposed to come out this year. The the Little Nightmares 3.
Oh, was it two?
Yeah, there's the two. Yeah, there's a two.
I was just like, there was a second one. I never knew about the second one. Okay. Little Nightmares as a game, like I wouldn't mind watching it, but it's not my game like to play. Like Outlast. I remember like my ex trying to get me to play Outlast. I'm like, no, I don't do horror. No, 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 no. I'm gonna be crying. Like, or I'm gonna punch the screen or something. Cause like, if I see something pop in my face, I need to give it a wallop.
Oh my god.
I say that as I play Lethal Company and like other things that are a little spooky.
I know, I was about to say, don't you like Lethal?
Yeah, Lethal's not that scary, honest. Well, to a degree, it's not that scary. But
Shit.
and I find it funny that like I get more courage when it comes to like I'm playing with people who are scared than me, but also like I find it funny like when people when I'm with a group with people that are more scared than I am, I become sort of the brave one. But if it's like I'm with a bunch of brave people, I'm just the scaredy cat. And I just find that interesting because I talk to my friends about that, because like it's like spooky, or it's like
True.
I feel like I can be comfortable with them where it's like, hmm, I gotta, I gotta show face for the youngins. I gotta be brave. I gotta fight through it all.
I gotta be the brave one here.
I know we all can't just hide in a corner. As much as I would love to, nothing will get done.
This is so true.
Oh, but yeah, I was talking about like video games that I like enjoyed as a child. So like I grew up with like the PS2, right? And Mario, I don't know if you're old enough, but do you know of the movie called Over the Hedge?
Yep.
All right. Well, the movie.
I think I still have the DVD.
Hmm. I should still have that too as well. But like, it was one of my favorite
A
movies.
fever dream.
But you know how like back then they would make movies into video games, or they still do now, but like
Yeah.
they did it way more often back then, right? And so like Over the
Yep.
Hedge became a video game, and like it was really fun because you can either play by yourself or with a friend, but you play between like two characters you can pick between Stella, RJ, Vernon, and Hammy, and you just go around
Mm-hmm.
beating up stuff because the exterminator decided to build mind control on all these animals, like little rats and all these things that are trying to get you, and like you have to like go through like the story or like the map and like jump through like the traps, the lasers to avoid like anything that might hit you, and like you would have like these crazy devices that they built as well that are trying to get you, and it's just like it's really fun. Like this whole cool like extra story, and your job is just basically to get stacked munchies and just get through it and live through the exterminator and beat him up.
That sounds so cool.
And then it also included like a bunch of other mini games as well inside. So like you can also like race your friends if you wanted to. So like yes, they added like a racing game within the thing. What
Oh my
else?
god.
Yeah. And each character had like their own specific like weaponry. Sure, it was all like you have a melee thing. So RJ and Vernon would always have like a golf club. Uh I think Stella had a plunger that she would smack people with. And then Hammy, I can't remember.
Oh.
I know you could throw boomerangs. Hammy threw boomerangs. But it was a fun game. It was definitely fun. And I want to play it again and then be like, oh, this is what it was like.
This is what it was like now older.
Yeah. But it's also nice because like you could also just include a player too if you really wanted to, because all they had to do is like connect, and you can go through the adventure together and just go through things. I remember what. Oh, so like one of the when I say trap devices, right? There's like these automations. So the
Mm-hmm.
exterminator made like a a grill, like evil grills. Like like the small little
Oh.
barbecue, like the round ones. So they would fly and they would like drop hot coals on you. Like they would just like launch it off at you, and you have to like smack it out of the air before it could get you. Like there's all these crazy devices, and it was really cool. Also armadillos. There's weasels, like with tasers too. I forgot. Like these weasels while you're in the sewer, these like they would walk up to you and then they would tase you, and they basically just tase you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and you're trying to save them by knocking it like beating up so hard that they knock that you knock off like the device on their head.
Mm.
Oh, and there were like also like power up devices. Like sometimes you would get like specific guns or not guns, but like
You would get guns?
yeah,
What?
not like actual like bullets. They would shoot like ping pong balls or like there's a gas one where like it was a gas bubble that would like fart or like a smell aroma. Um, what else? There was just so much fun stuff in that one game. And I don't think I was able to 100% it because I was trying to get this last section. But as you unlock like all the sections, you get more mini games to play. And that was super fun. And you also got to play through the story mode of the game as well. Cause like Gladys and the exterminator tried to like get you through the hedge. That was a wild time. Oh, but yeah, so what recipes were you looking for baking? Just any recipe or
Oh, because since Valentine's is gonna come, I was gonna make I think chocolate croissants, corn chas,
thanks Archaduke for joining.
chocolate clear.
Or Archaduke? Chad Ook? And then I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm having a moment. Alright, we just need one more person, then we're all good. But how are you, person? Oh, but yes, you were saying about like uh the desserts. The, sorry, oh my goodness, I was listening, but my brain didn't register it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make. My sister wanted chocolate croissant, so I'm gonna make chocolate croissant, and I'll make heart-shaped conchas,
I still don't think I've had a concha.
and
I've seen
then
them, but I've never had them.
yeah, they're so good, especially with coffee or hot chocolate. And then I don't know, probably like chocolate covered strawberries or like yeah.
Hmm. Also, Orchaduke, I hope you don't mind a small wait. It's been like a moment. You just need like one more person, and hopefully they randomly appear soon. When you said chocolate croissants, I hope you know that like I know like chocolate croissants are chocolate croissants, right? With like chocolate chips in them. But I imagine like a croissant that was more brown, that was like more like cocoa and chocolate infused, I guess. So it's like, oh, chocolate croissant.
It's like a darker shade than like a regular croissant.
Yeah, like more chocolatey. I think it also doesn't help that like I was able to fix my sleep schedule. The problem was like I wasn't able to like sleep like long enough. I fell asleep around like midnight and woke up at 4 in the morning. So
Oh,
it's gonna be an interesting day.
it's so interesting. You text me like at 12 in the morning, almost to 1, and I'm like, I'm either like not on my phone or I'm asleep, and then the next day I check and I'm like, oh crap, my bad.
I think the problem is with me is that like I'm just like I'll message you late. That's fine, cause like I know that there's common courtesy when it comes to messaging people. It's like you don't message them after like 10 usually, but like for me, I'm just like I don't care. You
I
guys
mean,
you message me later, or it's and
you can
like
message me. I'm just probably not
I'm
gonna
gonna-
answer until like a couple hours later. I'll still get the message though.
oh, but what was it? I just I think for me, I've been somebody who's like, I stay up late. So you end up messaging me like really late, I'll probably respond most likely. Although it's gotten a little bit worse lately because I find like I don't need to make everybody happy, but I also want to be there for anybody who needs me like at a random moment of like in the middle of like oh yeah, 3 a.m. emergency. Okay, let's do it.
I got you.
Oh wait, Mari, I can tell you the story. The story about the one time that my ex um had got into a car accident like
Oh my god.
yeah like I think 1-ish in the morning and
Oh.
like it was a messy moment like that night was listen Mari, if you ever like become IRL friends with I guess technically this is IRL either way even though it's your virtual friend technically like if we ever meet in person and we hang out you're probably gonna be on an adventure with me at some point in time like
I think I would like that very much.
like
I feel like if you meet me also in real life, I'm a very go with the flow kind of person. I like float around. That's how like I'm very when I meet people, it's so easy to be friends with them because I'm like, you want to do that? Sure, why not? I don't have anything else to do, and then I'll get bored or distracted. I'm like, oh, on to next.
oh dear.
So like, if someone's like telling me because I think I have it was an old friend and he was like, you want to go get ice cream? Okay. Hey, want to go watch a movie? Okay. Hey, you want to go to you want to go to my house right now? Okay. Hey, wait, my mom's not home right now. Never mind. I was like, okay. He's like, you want to go to mom? Sure, why not?
I all right, so like I find it really funny because I think my life is periods of oh yeah, I really like my life right now. It's peaceful and quiet. The next day, everything's on fire. What happened? And-
It's like the dog. It's like that dog sitting in the middle of like a room on fire, just like this is fine.
yeah, this is fine. No, but like
This is
so
completely fine.
so what had happened was 1 in the morning. I'm like waiting for like my past partner to come in and like come home, and I get like a phone call like, "Hey, I'm a little shaken, but I just got into a really bad car accident." And I was like,
Mhm.
"All right." And a friend of mine who I'm really close with now, although we haven't spoken in a bit, is that like she's down. She's like, I was there for like in the tough times, and then she was there for me in tough times, and so like I messaged her like, "Hey, okay, let me pull a favor. How much does it get you from safety?" Because like the car was destroyed. I would say.
Oh.
Like, okay, so my my old partner had like a dash cam, so we had to see exactly what happened, and I think I still have a recording of it. But what happened was that like you see this car on the left side, and you see the like my ex like driving, right, and like you see like exit up in front,
Mhm.
and like and this person just like says, "Okay, I go now." Like they just go
Ah.
right when like my partner's car was like right next to them, and literally just pushed him, and like he could have died if he had hit this pole like almost instantaneously, and like I was just like, "Excuse me." Like
Oh my god.
how do you just like say you go now? And I think it was like an older male, I think, but when we saw the situation, like the whole front bumper would just fell off. Like there's no way that car would have been okay. And and so like so my friend and I are the ones who like pick up my partner, and then we drive home, right? Um
Uh-huh.
but as on the drive there, my friend's like, "I want to get a dog. Like I have been thinking about this. I'm going to get one at some point. I'm going to do it." Um but like or they had been thinking about getting a dog, right? And right there it's like, but I also have this offer from this one person, like if I pay this amount of money they'll give me a dog. And okay, and I was like, if you want a dog, right, let me do
Let's
DJ's.
go get it.
No, I didn't say that. I said, all right, here, give me your phone, I'll message this person, DJ will use his luck, because I have a weird luck, I would say. Like it gets me out of trouble,
Mhm.
but I can also use it on other people. The only thing is that it comes at a price with my health, as I what I've seen. Like,
Oh.
like if I, it's the thing of the, I think it's the thing of the world. You don't want to like influence too much because balance, right? You give and you take. So like, if you want a really good outcome, you gotta make some sacrifice somewhere. And there goes my health for a little bit. But so I said, all right, I'll message this person. We're gonna get this dog for like a cheaper thing. Um,
Mhm.
Esoterium. What does esoterium mean? Can someone define this to me? Archduke?
Oh,
Can you?
wait, what?
Archduke said, "Oh my God, okay, I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up so I can know what you. I don't know this one. Okay,
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know the word. So okay, so there's esotericism.
Es esotericism. Yes.
Yes. What? Nani? Huh? Ooh.
I don't know.
Okay.
Did you find the definition?
I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking for it.
As a little cross. If you put a cross next to it, there's gotta be something with that.
Well, it says
But
esotericism, not esoteric. Hmm. All right, we're just gonna look. Okay. I don't want to read the whole giant Wikipedia. I'm just like reading. My mind just said no. I'm trying.
no.
I'm trying. Okay, we're gonna get through it. Uh,
I guess my niece wants to watch Insidious Chapter 2.
oh, how did? Okay. Hmm. Okay. Uh, I kind of get. No, I don't get it.
Visually thinking and spirits of the world, and that you have a esoteric power to do things.
Got
Like a
it.
medium.
I mean,
Well, like, not really like a medium, but like, yeah.
I think Archduke. I'll tell you some more stories that connect, I guess, with that later. But so yeah, I said, all right, let's do this. And so, you know, and so my friend, with this dog situation, right? These people are like, well, if you pay us $200, we'll give you this. We'll give you the dog, right? And I was like,
Mhm.
let me do this. Let me do this right now, right? And I was like, okay, well, we want the dog. Let's meet. And I messaged that to them, but unfortunately we don't have the money on us at the moment. We have to like go get it. And then they were like, no, okay, how about this, we meet right now, and you know what, you can have the dog for free. And I was like, yes, there you go,
Well,
told you. I i have a thing of like this ability for luck. Like I was telling my friend that. And so at like 2 a.m in the morning is where we meet in like this dark area next to like a
yep,
like
not scary at all.
next
Not
to
like we're
like
gonna get kidnapped.
next to like this like cafe kind of thing, or well, a more, oh, I'll just say it, Dutch Bros. There's like next to a Dutch Bros, right? It's
Mhm.
kind of like another version of Starbucks or coffee, tea, something, something,
I
something.
like their, I like their energy drinks. They're really good.
Mm. But yeah, so like we're just there, and I'm just sitting in the car because I'm just like, I shouldn't be near a dog though because allergies. And so yeah, my friend got a dog that night. And to continue on with the
Wait,
story,
this was the same night.
yep, same night as the
This
car
was the same
night
night.
of the car accident. And the
Oh my
next day,
god.
no, and this story continues. The next day, my friend gets like this the call from the people that gave her the dog, right? And like apparently their parent was upset that or guardian was upset that they had given the dog to her for free, and like wanted the dog back or something. And I was like, no, you want this
Oh,
dog? They didn't want it. Lock them. Move on. And that's what we did. But yeah, all the same
that
night.
is true. No take feedback, please.
But yes, in the same night that totally happened. It was wild. And
That's
then,
crazy.
so when I say we have adventures, that's what I mean. Adventures. If Archduke is still here, I guess we could say something about like a little bit of esoteric powers, or we were talking about mediums, right? Did you know that my grandma, oh, well, Mari, used to be able to read palms?
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Mm-hmm. And I won't say that I have the ability, but apparently there's just, frick. I saved this video, but it's not, oh, it was Deja Vu, I think? Something. But there's Deja Vu, right? Like, oh yeah, I've seen this before, but there's also Deja Vu, or whatever it's actually called, because I don't remember the name for it. But where it's where you dream and you're able to see like part of the future or something that's happened before. It's like you dream about it and it happens later on. And like apparently some people do have that ability, and I do too, to a degree. And that was like a really cool thing of just like, huh, okay, I've seen this before. It's happened in life. It's wild. I think the one thing that
That's
I'm
so
fortunate
cool.
enough is not to deal with the paranormal, because I don't search for the drama. The drama finds me, and I'd rather not. Cause if we're talking about like,
I think that's what like mediums do. Like they can, some of them can see, others can like sense when
mm,
something's there. It's really interesting.
it was funny because I was not funny, but something that was interesting is that I was actually watching something about Aja, the uh drag queen, but also part of the ballroom community. Uh, she's been able to like, she rarely like does like these, I want to say seances, or like her cultural spirituality, where like they sit and then they like help a spirit like move on, or like talk about things that help them like later rest, which is kind of interesting. I don't think I would mess with that because I don't feel knowledgeable, and I feel like some spirits are with the time, and you know, or because I don't know. Sometimes I think of spirits like as people who have been here for way too long, but they could also be a recent time
Like if
spirit.
we think about it, it's like you have this world, if we're talking about that, and then you have whatever the afterlife is, and then you have the between that where they don't go to the afterlife, they just stay here.
Mm,
And reasons can be because they have unfinished business, they want to protect someone,
grudges.
or like, yeah, grudges where it's like after like so many years, they don't, you may think of them as like your relative or a friend, but like they are something dark
Mm,
and they don't look how they used to look like.
one thing
That's
that
how I see it as.
I feel like something about fantasy that plays off a lot of is like once you have a grudge, right, it slowly corrupts you until you can no longer remember the reason why or who you were. All you remember is that this is your grudge. Oh, but apparently, okay, so years back, my mother was telling me this story to like her friend about this one time with like, huh, that's an interesting thing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and also it's like it's a little hard for me to like be cut off. I'm just like, oh, cool thing. I'll talk about this. I'm it's like you're not stopping me. I'm DJ. I got this. And I think it's fun to tell stories. But um that's an interesting story though. I mean, you
That's
could
interesting. That's like a beautiful pink woman, and then like the next day you already know. Well, fuck, it's fucked.
I mean, certain people have like different omens of like signs. Some people have like trick knees or superstitions.
Don't step
I
on a crack.
personally
I never
like
believed in that one. I'll be honest.
mm, I personally identify as like technically atheist, but more omnistic. Like I believe every religion has their own points, but I'm not religious personally. Like I don't need it. And as long as you're not forcing it down my throat, cool. We're cool. Cuz I mean, it's cool
I
that
think it's just
hmm?
learning that there's different stuff to believe in, and you don't need to believe in it.
Yeah.
You know. That's true. If someone's shoving some shit down your mouth, like obviously you're gonna do the opposite of what they want you to do.
I don't swallow. I'll spit it out.
Let me throw it up.
Projectile vomit on the enemy. Uh oh, but yes, to continue about this story, right? So my grandma, like I guess before we existed, she was hanging out with this friend, right? But this friend was being super disrespectful to like a past like dead spirit apparently, and like this spirit like showed up in front of him and like bit her friend, and like on the spot, standing up, she died. She was gone, like, and then when they touched her, she was ice cold, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. Cause like you hear about the stories about how like certain cities and like countries in Asia are just like demons, and it's like that's cool.
I just think I
But
just don't think of like the horror movie that I don't know what it's called, but it's like the horror movie where they go to like this old abandoned like insane asylum, and like they want to find out the truth, but they like wake something up that's not supposed to be
Mm.
woken up, and then they all die.
You know,
Never to be seen again.
storyline of that is don't mess with stuff you don't know about, but also like no one wants you woken up. Don't wake up. People, if people are sleeping, don't wake them up.
True. There's a reason why they're asleep. Let them sleep.
Let them slumber.
Yeah. But I do like those stories. I do like those stories. They're very interesting. And it's interesting because as a little kid, your parents tell you that so you won't do anything.
This made me want to talk about the like how I came into existence. Like I don't have memories of being like really really young, right? All I remember is just like one day, like my first memory that like registered and then that I started to exist for the rest of the time that I've been here so far, right? Is the day that I was just like in the hallway and scared of the dark and I was like, Mom! And like running toward the light. And that's when I started remembering things. But sure, I had like memories from the bits and
Oh my
pieces of
god,
different events.
that's true. If you think about it, you don't really remember when you were like a toddler. You don't remember that much. You will get like bits and pieces of like you being like remembering, like, oh, if you see a picture of you, you're like, oh yeah, I remember a bit of whatever that was, but like I don't remember specifically what you were doing.
Now, crazy idea.
Some people do.
What if people are just soulless until they reach a certain age and then it's like, oh, here's a soul in the body.
There's like no soul. It's just like someone up there just like being like, it's not time yet for you to have a soul. Next. Oh, here you go.
There was a movie about like that I saw like a bit of. I don't remember what it was about specifically. All I remember is that they're like, oh yeah, specific souls are supposed to go down at this time, and then someone was like really resistant about being born. They're like, I know, I'm good.
I think it's called. I think it is. I think it's a Disney movie.
It's a Disney
Soul.
movie? No, no. Oh, technically yes, you're right. I love that movie Soul, but it's a different movie, like before Soul, like probably like 10 years or maybe more.
Oh.
We've been here for a bit, and I want to start a game. Like, I just need one more person, please. Oh, Twitch stream. Oh, being
Where's
some...
Nappy when you need her?
I don't think Nappy's school is canceled today. Also, Nappy would be shoved with you though, Mari. We need a chief.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
When...
If like someone's already, if
No.
there's already two people.
This is a continuation though already.
You think?
This is a continuation of a dynasty.
Okay.
So like, so Nappy has already been a grandee. Now, Mari, have you ever had a sleep paralysis demon?
I have those all the time. I have sleep terrors. I wake up. I used to have them. I don't have them anymore. I used to have them. They were very interesting.
You know, I don't have to deal...
I wouldn't wish anyone to have sleep paralysis because holy crap, that is the most scariest thing you could ever feel in your life.
You know what's funny is that whenever I get like when I used to get sleep paralysis, I think one time I saw like the shadowy creeping up, but other than that, I can actually break out of it because I think my mind's like, oh, okay. Like I know it's sleep paralysis, and then like I'll slowly like break out of it and I'll start to move. I'm like, ugh, everything's so heavy, and then I'll just get out of it. But I remember like when I used to live at a different place, right? I had to deal with a what I think Hawaiian culture calls like the cussing spirit. Like it's just like
The what?
I don't know the exact name. Word. What's wrong with my verbiage today? I don't know the exact words for it, but it's referenced as like the cussing spirit, where like you just say like a cuss word, cuss it out, and then like it'll leave you alone. But for me, like the
Whoa.
hallucination came up as like a woman's voice that would like tell me these really dark things to like end myself. And I'm just like, shut up. Like I'm trying to sleep. I legit said the B word in my head and then said, I'm trying to sleep. And she let me be. She never came back. One just one day I'm like, I'm done. I just want a good night's rest, man.
I think I saw a comment on like a fucking Lethal Company video.
What about?
It was about the loot bugs, and it was like, it's so interesting how these things are so cute, but like they remind me. It said they remind me of cockroaches until they start flying. That's when you should be scared. And I was like, that's so true. They do look like little cockroaches. And then they start flying, and then that's when you should be like, I should probably head out.
You know cockroaches can fly, right?
Yeah, that's why they're like yippee bugs are kind of like cockroaches. They're relatively chill until they start flying.
Oh. No, roaches ain't chill at all. I do not mess with them
I mean, if you
roaches.
leave them alone,
No.
you leave
If
them
you leave them
alone.
alone, they start making children, and then it's a home
Oh no,
invasion.
yeah, but it is true shit. They don't do anything besides like home invasion in your fucking house.
Well, they are things that help decompose. I mean, they're decomposers, right? As I can remember.
I think so.
Ah, yes. Thank you. Cool. You know, it's been so long since I've done elementary stuff. It's when you start to feel old.
No, it's when the age comes to you. When the age gets you.
Who are you again? Tell me, who are you? I don't seem to recall who you are. I don't think I can do the voices now. Oh, that actually reminds me. Well, you weren't here, Mari, one time. Nabi was telling me, like, Mari. So, Mari doesn't just hear the voices.
What's up?
Mari sees the voices. Cause like Nabi was like, I hear the voices, and I was like, oh,
No, bro. No, bro. It's so funny because I think who was with us? I think it was Bridge. Who was with us? I think it was Puma. And he was just like, "You're scary," and I like literally had to break out of that single character. And I was like, "I'm so sorry you have to see me like this." And he's like, "No, it's cool. I understand." And then like he got the shovel. He's like, "I understand its power now." I was like, "Oh, great, thank you. You understand how I feel."
I just watched you guys, and I'm just like, am I the only sane person here on this job? Like that's how I felt.
Good question. Did Puma know about like the math?
Okay, so when I started playing with Puma, Puma didn't know what doesn't
Or is
know.
he new?
He doesn't know what the mask does. And he's also never seen a loot bug before.
Oh,
But like he knows the game, he
oh.
really likes it, and I'm just like, how do you not know what a loot
Have
bug
you
is?
seen a
That's like,
bracket?
yes, I think so. Also, I saw a clip of
No,
like,
because like whenever. Oh, sorry.
I also saw a clip of like a bracken coming out of the vent. It's so weird to see a bracken come out of a vent. because like it was like with a loop bug, and then it despawned, and then the bracken just came through like the vent, and it was like,
Oh my god.
yeah. It's even weirder with the Nutcracker though, because the Nutcracker's super long, so and it doesn't look like it walks straight, I guess. Oh,
No, I think no, and it was also when he was continuing to talk with the dogs around. I was like, Puma, be quiet, shut up, please.
no, you and I both. I was
Like he
like, Puma.
continuously talked, and I was like, no, bro, be quiet, bro.
There's like literally a talk button right here. Press this, and you could type what you want to say. Yeah, no, I was like, Puma, please be quiet. I hear murder.
I hear the dog.
I was getting frustrated. Like, okay, because who was more scared than I am? And I'm like, I need the space to be able to freak out. But no, I have to be quiet about it and be brave and suck it up and work. And it's like sometimes I just don't want to carry the work, you know? I know this is a group project, but I'd rather not carry the group today. Actually, that reminds me of something I did back in.
To join tomorrow.
He might. He said.
Oh no, I mean who's like planning to join? Like your
So
friend?
it should be mostly my friends. So it should be Andrew tomorrow. Jazz. Hari can't make it because apparently that's the one day he doesn't have off. Chris is supposed to come. You're supposed to come,
Oh.
Mari, and then Melon as well.
Yeah.
Who else? And maybe some of like Jazz's friends. Like that's the plan, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and maybe Tommy. Otherwise, I need to message Tommy to remind him, like, hey, tomorrow. Yes. No.
Tomorrow.
But yes, I was gonna tell you something, and then I totally forgot. You derailed me. I've been derailed.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, but I think I'm the only like sane person, kind of. Or maybe I'm just the like
Oh
the
yeah, that.
I'm the only person who's different from y'all. Y'all are having fun doing chaotic things, and I'm just like, hi.
You're like trying to survive like the day.
I'm just like the one guy who's
That's
like,
all I could say. You're trying to survive.
no, I think my character's like, I'm just not paid enough to deal with this ish. I'm the Squidward of the group. I'm the Squidward. No.
Oh my god.
No.
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 He became Squidward.
I hate my job. I hate the people around. I wanted to reach my dreams.
Which is?
I don't know for lethal. I know what my real life dreams are. But
At least though, I think Jazz's dream is to get 10K. I don't know how we're gonna do that.
neither do I. I saw like Valkyrie. Apparently, their
Like, it's
goal was like to get
possible with the
20K.
group, unless
I think. It's crazy.
crazy. I want to go to Titan. I feel like that's one thing. That's my goal. for
Really,
that.
I
If we're
don't
doing
like
the 10K,
Titan.
we should go to Titan.
Titan's a little dumb because, like, it's super close to like the entrance, right? But there's a whole giant stairs, and the dog. Were you there with me with that time? But like the dog crept up, and it was just like, I was like sitting there, and the dog was
No.
walking up to me, and then it just ate my face because I couldn't leave or run because if I did, it would just have eaten my face. And there's giants too.
No, yeah, I think it's just like. I think there's a way where you can like jump to the side and like land good enough to where like you can't get caught.
Okay.
Oh no, unless they fixed that, unless they patched it, which would be like kind of bullshit.
Well, they did nerf the railings. That's because you know thumpers can get you now.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, bruh.
The only thing that can get you still is like the slime, which is nice. I still found it funny that one time I was jumping from like the not the ceiling, not the roof, but from the railings. Cause I was like, you know what? Everybody else is dead. I choose to die too, right? And then the game wouldn't let me die.
I go with y'all.
No, and like I kept on landing on the railings, and I just kept on living. And I was like, okay, all right. I guess this is what it is.
Oh my god. The ladder glitch where I don't know who I was with, like trying to like die by each other. Like the ladders weren't killing us. And you guys were like everyone was confused on why we weren't dying. But we killed everyone. Good job, well done. For the company.
And I mean, for some people, that's what makes them happy, I guess. I don't understand. At least I don't understand cigarettes. I can understand alcohol to a degree, I guess. I don't drink personally, but like people who ruin their bodies with cigarettes, like a lot of them just did it because it's cool or it's whatever everybody else did. But it's just like, why? Why do you need to do that? Why are you paying money to wreck yourself? And especially because like some people can go through like packs of cigarettes a day, and you know how expensive they are, especially with inflation.
But but like 100% the people that like make those cigarettes companies be getting that money.
Mm. I saw like a clip on like Instagram about like Little Tokyo and how like this cafe that used to be there for like 51. Uh, hello Nikolai the Gremlin. How's it going? But apparently like not potato, potato.
Uh-huh.
Uh, this cafe's been here for like 51 years in this like cafe, right? Um, in Little Tokyo, and sorry, just give me one more second. I'll respond in a second. But they're getting closed down because they got new owners, and these new owners are pushing them out to leave, right? And it's kind of sad because they're pushing them to leave to put a weed dispensary there, and like since it's in
What the
yeah, and apparently because in downtown LA they already have like enough weed dispensaries, right? And I find that just unfortunate. Why would you shove them away for this thing when you could access it like literally going like 2 blocks a different way? But I'm doing
yeah.
great, Nikolai. I'm here with my friend Mari, and also here with Archduke, just existing at the moment. But we got enough players to start the game, so you guys ready to kick some butt? Or not kick butt? You know, don't kick my butt. I would like to live. Oh, also, um, Mari, since this is a continuation of the dynasty, your group is stacked. All,
Oh, well, that's all gonna go to. That's all going downhill for them.
same for Nikolai. Because we gave you a lot of trade and farming last time, and then Archduke, I'm sorry. You have okay stats. They're not horrible, but they're okay. But yeah, Mara, you have so much trade. You have 10 in trade, 10 in farming. Your military is not the best, but
That's great.
something. And then 8 in faith, because you guys are known for like the faith-based group. All right, let's get the council introduction all ready and done. Now that you're the monarch, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Alright, introduce myself to the chiefs in the north. Also, Archduke and Nikolai, if you guys have not been with me before when we play King of the Castle, how would you like to be voiced? You guys can tell me to attempt a voice or voicing, and I will try to do that voice. Will I know them all? No, but I do my best. And if you don't care, you can also tell me you don't mind, and I'll just pick a voice. And same with you, Mari. If you want to voice yourself, let me know since you're with me. But if you don't want to voice yourself, yeah. And if time passes by, then a light tone voice, okay. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Highness. You'll need it dealing with those lot. Okay, I can do that. Introduce the council speak. Hmm. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, Your Majesty. I was dismayed to hear of your parents' passing. You know, I forget. They all die within like 15 years after you win or lose. Well, if you win, they die 15 years. Or if you lose, they die then and there. Mari, do you want to voice today or do you want me to voice you?
Oh wait, I'll just do it normal because um, I just ate food right now.
Alright. Hi, Panty. How's it going?
Mm. May the ninth god bless your reign. Your Majesty, I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith.
The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue. Is this what your parents fought so hard for? No. Fighting? Never. Alright, Panty, you are part of the chiefs. You're tamed with Nikoe. Also, since you're all new players, technically, well, no. Since you're all new players, you all have 1,000, which is nice, because I think somebody has like 5k at this point. I don't remember who, but someone has 5k. Alright, coronation. Let's see what this is. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your parent, but now it's your time to wear the crown. And I'm getting old, and I'd rather quit my job at some point. Yeah, as is tradition, the old thing that happens almost every time. The council will decide what happens at your coronation. I'm not sure what kind of monarch it should be this time around, though. Shall we call the nobles in? What kind of coronation should be held for the new monarch? A, B, C, D. Well, host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. B, proceed with a religious ceremony that honors the ninth god. C, throw the monarch into the river. Or D, outdated traditions. There's no need for tradition at all. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. As is tradition, the river. Ding ding. Voting tied at 1. As is tradition. Will yeet myself into the river. It is decided. The monarch will be thrown in the river. And so it begins. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. Huzzah! When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? The path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your parent out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? Hmm. You know what? Let's be the greatest monarch who ever lived. Oh, I see. You're the type who likes to build lots of statues of yourself, aren't you? Well, I suggest over the next few years, you focus on improving your authority as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return and discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alright, and we end the season. Dog. Kurtoka of the Archduke dynasty, sinister Eastern orator, leans delicately on a podium, whispering carefully. Private accounts. ancient times, the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while false monarch Santana III wears the crown. Alright, this is for your counts. Archduke, this is for you. A. Subterfuge. B. Intimidation. Or C. Uprising. Da da do. And if not, oh, Lock, hello. I think you're back with the counts, because you were count last time. How are you, Lock? All right, we're going for uprising. Raise treasury. Okay. The counts plan to incite a peasant uprising to overthrow the monarch before swooping in to steal the throne for themselves. To advance their scheme, the counts must raise the treasury to 2,000 or more in 2 seasons. Ruler of the Panty Clan, a notorious northern orator stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, screaming like a fallen god. What is it? Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this impostor, Monarch Santana III. How do we make that happen? For you lovely chiefs, Papanti and Nicolay. Sorcery, Doppelganger, or Ragnarok? Ragnarok actually sounds kind of cool. Alrighty. Voting has closed. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the ice giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the giants won't take their proposal seriously. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Ignazio of the Mari lineage, eccentric political mastermind, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Alright, Mari, this is your choice. You want a witch hunt? You want fervor? Or you want excommunication? Ding ding. Hello, Dr. Gesu. You are with the Counts. Huh. Mari, they're leaving you alone. Apparently, they don't want to make it equal. They're like,
Dude,
they said, here's another count.
I was gonna say either that sounds like, oh, well, I'm like Watermelon when she had to be alone for a while.
Huh, interesting. That's a... The Grandee claimant Ignazia has been chosen by the Ninth God to be the next queen. She is promised a first miracle, food for all. To advance their scheme, the Grandees must raise their farming to 5 or more in 4 seasons. I don't think I'm winning this session, guys. I think I'm dying. My lineage ends at 3. Alright. So we have Runa, the distant cousin, Katoka, the bastard offshoot, Ignazia, the bastard offshoot. And what is our acronym for today for the monarchy? Rough. Because you know why? It's gonna be rough. Ragnarok, Uprising, Fervor. I'm so happy we get like another acronym that actually makes like a word. Because like the past few, we've had like ones that just didn't make anything. But, okay, I guess I picked this one. We end the season. A proposition, the honor guard, and an invitation. I say Sue. You know what? What's my invitation today? Your Majesty, this year we will be holding the Winter Feast in my clan hall. It would be an honor if you could attend. Um, see, right now since they're not working, they are pretty random. I try to keep with my usual schedule, but it's kind of hard sometimes, especially when my sleep schedule has been very messy lately. Oh, well, I'm also on the other side of the world most likely then. Winter Feast? What is that? 10 days of drinking, eating, fighting, competing, drinking, singing, stamping, drinking, and drinking, Your Majesty. All will take place at the coldest time of the year, as the snows bury us in. But you won't need to wrap up warm. That's what the whiskey's for. Why would I decline? Why don't we have some? I look forward to it. Huh, I can't wait. Winter Feast is a special time of year, you'll see. Let's check out my honor guard. One evening, you're sitting up in bed, reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, as bold as brass. Hello, you mage. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? Oh. Guys, who are... Yes, I do mind. I'll stand then, no problem. Listen. I've got a bloody great idea for you. What if we tied a bunch of birds to a night? I reckon you could field some aerial troops and totally dominate the battlefield. Before the peasant can explain further, your marshal bursts into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Yo, Madge, I'm sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the palace watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? The marshal's changing into becoming some kind of weird version. Yes. Kill him. He's speaking nonsense. Just kick him out. No, I want to hold the proposal. No, just kick him out. Why would we resort to murder? Not today. Arms behind your back, scumbag. The peasant is dragged from your bedchamber, still babbling about bird nights. When the marshal returns, she looks grim. If one thing's clear from this mess, is that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe, not like the pathetic watch. Think carefully, Madge. These guys' loyalties will be divided between you and their region, of course. You could just hire foreign mercenaries. They'd be loyal to coin above all. Alright, chat. I've seen all your groups, but why should I pick your military? Tell me why. Mari, I hope you know, I kind of low-key thought you would start saying, like, you finish that line for me.
Wait, what? What line? Sorry, what happened?
Because I was like, tell me why, and then...
What do you mean tell you why? Just choose me.
No.
Just choose me.
No. Like, tell me why ain't nothing but a...
Tell me why. Tell me why. Nothing but a...
I was... Say did you...
I just remember that song from, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah. Say you're a chief. Wow, they're actually just leaving Mario alone. New nobles automatically join the region.
God, this is...
New nobles automatically join the region with the fewest active players, which may make them appear imbalanced. Oh.
Well, that's true.
Okay. You know what? I guess we'll settle with the Chiefs today. Today's a Chiefs Day. I've made my decision. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. I will make the arrangements at once. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faint. A proposition time.
No.
No? No proposition?
Oh, sorry. No, my knees. I'm gonna mute myself real quick.
Okay. I know his niece, but I heard my knees. Your Majesty, like, I have... Oh, Like, oh my god, Your Majesty, like, I have an idea. The best since, like, lined parchment. Like, I dare say. Understandable, say it too. Like, an expedition to Chur. It sounds churlish. Sure, who's that? What a brilliant idea. Sounds churlish. Like, don't be so quick to judge. Like, I implore you. Like, the great unexplored and untamed wilderness far across from the eastern sea, like, awaits. You have, like, a lot of wealth at the moment, your highness. It's, like, just sitting around collecting dust. And you don't want, like, dusty money. Like, that's just dusty. And you know what dust does? Makes you old. Uh, well, why not make, like, a sound investment and, like, send explorers to Chur? Who knows what they might find? Treasure? You might as well be a rich bitch. Anyways, rare materials or ancient history, like a new disease. Imagine slaying everybody with like a new disease. Anyway, she's a bit too animated when she says the word disease. That sounds like a fine idea. Okay. You know what? Let's spend our money. Her eyes light up from behind her spectacles. Oh my god, like wonderful news. Like I shall make preparations immediately. I expect a brief on your desk very soon. You know, the treasure did not used to be like this. Valley Girl was like very much like randomly for other people. I was thinking about like a day of like, what if one day I don't let you guys do pick a voice and I do everybody like the same voice? Or like, what if everybody was a Valley Girl episode or something? But maybe for another day. Anyways, end the season. Dong. Alrighty, everybody. It is time for an auction. You guys all know how much money you guys have, but for a quick reminder, say to you're rich. You have 5,950 coin. Flake, you have 2,200. Mari, 1,000. Honestly, everybody else has 1,000. There you go. And here are the options today. So for the Chiefs, we have A, bring up military, B, bring up authority, C, lowering farming for the counts, D, lowering stability for the counts, or in general stability, E, raising up faith for the grandees, and F, to lower authority. These are the things, these are your objectives, and if you haven't done a vote before for an auction or bidded before, if you're new to this game, you have to type in exclamation mark fun space X is for A, B, C, D, E, F, space Y is whatever money you want to spend. We'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Spend your money. Anybody want to spend like 1 coin for B, please? Please. Yay. I am sad that Dr. Yesu was not able to become a Grandy, but it's all because we have so many Grandies from last run. Alright, time's up. Building's funded. Okay, fine. Lower my authority. Let me see. Interesting. Alright. The expedition is sure, heretical discovery, and finding a spouse. Normally I find a spouse later, but let's just get this done now. We don't have Chaos as Mother. The only acceptable voice is Mother. But, chance of time. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. I'm too old for this still, and I'm still doing it. Don't you have anybody else? Anyways, what is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? I guess today we go with that route. Yes. Uh, Thank you, Your Majesty. I'll send out 8 messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. What's the heretical discovery today? Hmm. I'm not sure what voice I should do for the High Inquisitor. I haven't really found like a voice that's stuck for the High Inquisitor. Do you guys have any recommendations or things I should try out? Because I used to do it as just like someone who's just done and angry. Like the High Inquisitor just feels like somebody who just like read you. Hmm. Okay. Your esteemed highness, I bring troubling news. Someone took the knight's name in vain again. Pretty much. If you say it's something troubling, then it must be. A group of individuals in the East are meeting in secret to preach heretical teachings and engage in rituals. Rituals. They are believers of some ancient folkloric tradition. It's tied to some primordial spirit they say lives in the trees. Silly stories for children. Regrettably, I required the Council's permission to launch a proper investigation. Otherwise, my Inquisitors would have destroyed the cult before it had the chance to spread. So, forget the nobles, I give you my express permission. Can't really do that. This isn't worth our time. Let's forget about it. I'll hold them a vote to the matter. That's the only thing. No, why would you? No, why would you lower more faith? There's already people who have no faith at all. I let you guys pick it, you know? Hmm. You know what? It's fine. Let's just deny. I'll vote for that. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Everybody's voting everywhere. Everybody's everywhere. Voting has closed. Hello, Space Runner. Hey, Mario, you finally have a friend. We finally have a grandee. We have another grandee. Things are evening out, hopefully. The High Inquisitor and her followers are as swift as they are ruthless. Within a month, the fetid corpses of the heretics hang from the battlements of Redgrad, the town where the cult had begun. Gross. The expedition to Chur. Like, Your Majesty, I have those plans we discovered for, like, the expedition to Chur. Are we almost ready to leave? Sorry. Are we almost ready to leave? I thought you were taking care of that for me. Of course, like, Your Highness, but there are important decisions to be made, and, like, girl boss, but, like, it's your decision, not mine. Uh, alright, show me. First, we'll, like, need to discover who has the honor of building your ship. Alright, tell me about the chief's ship. The chiefs, like, wish to build a ferocious longship to cross the sea. It will be well built, but it won't accommodate much on board. Alright, tell me about the grandee ship. The Grandies are hoping to make a small but swift vessel known as the Now, to carry your expedition across the Eastern Sea. Tell me about the Count's ship. The Counts have promised like a beautiful and ostentatious design, something they call like a carrack. It's as expensive as it sounds, however. Alright, I've heard enough of the ships. No worries, Nikoe, it happens. Hmm. Do I want an expensive ship? And also, a long ship with not enough space for loot. I kind of want to pick this one because, yeah, middleman, middle option. Very good, you like Your Majesty. Next, we must decide who will crew your ship. Tell me about the volunteers. Unfortunately, the best of them come at a price. Experienced trade ship captains and their crews would be ideal, but won't be free. There are also those in the Navy who are equally experienced, but enlisting them would reduce our naval strength for a time. You could also levy amateur peasant crews or even use prisoners, but I don't know how much you could trust them to get to where they need to go. Alright, we have the money. I will hire an experienced crew. I will make the arrangements. That's my job. There is one more thing, Your Maj. And this ship will be large enough to house additional expedition members or store extra cargo you wish to send across the sea. She hands you a list. Alright, Yeah, I already made my choice. Very good. What shall we take? Oh, let's send some of the soldiers from the north. Of course, Your Maj. I'm sure they will put the crew's mind at ease. Fantastic. I think that's everything. I shall get to work immediately, Your Maj. She picks up her scribbled notes and diagrams and hurries out of the room. Her spectacles bouncing slightly on her nose. The ship is completed in record time. Clearly the grandees are eager to impress. You can see it off from the harbor by the end of the season. The crew are eager and the ship looks sturdy. You can only hope they bring back something worth the investment, or come back at all. Wow, that season ended way faster than I thought it did. Dong. Discontent on the rise. Across the kingdom, discontent with the monarch is rising. Everyone knew they were better off, but until now, it hadn't occurred to most people just how much better off. Now the peasants are asking all sorts of troublesome questions about their benevolent overlord, and as everyone knows, once a question has been asked, it can't be unasked. Meanwhile, perched atop a hill in the remote eastern wilderness, there sits a dark, austere castle. At the top of the tallest tower, Countess Lake Lockney is the third. Oh yeah, because Lake has had a fun history last game, and her co-conspirators can be found celebrating with a few glasses of wine. Lake, do we voice you as the usual, or is there something you want me to do differently this time? And while I wait, I stretch my leg. Crack. Okay. The peasants are getting rowdy, and it's all thanks to us. Now that they know how much wealth the monarch's hiding, they're itching to get rid of them. Careful, we don't get them too riled up, mind you, or they'll start asking questions about our wealth as well. Yes, it's time to incite some real chaos. Show them that Monarch Santana III is not only greedy, they're utterly incompetent too. For the next stage of their scheme, the counts must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Fun. Everything's going for a party. We don't need the money at this point in time. Everybody gets pride. Be happy. End the season. Bankruptcy looms, eligible options, and winter feast. Bankruptcy looms. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Some people say coffin juice, but that sells for a commodity in the black market somewhere. Anyways, most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. Alright, you know what? I haven't done this one yet. Let's take a loan. Take a hefty loan from Salvant and Gaul Bank. The Bank of Salvant and Gaul operates from the fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth, all the way across the Western Sea. They assure you, however, that they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker they send to take your signature has delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. Ah, you're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back with 25% interest in 1 year. Settling the kingdom in debt isn't great optics, but you had no other choice. I might as well check out my eligible options. I have found there's 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely. You will be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. The Chancellor leads you to the Great Hall, where they've arranged 3 porcelain easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright then, let's see the eligible bachelorettes. They whisk away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Hilda, the firstborn daughter of the Northern Seitsu clan. She's your typical northern lass, big and brawny and honest. In the same way an axe to the face is honest. So what you're saying is, she's blunt. And probably a brick. Rude, Chancellor, rude. Strangely enough, for a northerner, she's an enthusiastic convert to the worship of the ninth god. She was already engaged once, but it didn't last. No one's sure why. I can see the interest. Why not? This is Xenia, the eldest daughter of the Eastern Doctor Guess Who dynasty. Yes. You're probably right, Lake. I'm not sure why the artist made her look so severe. Just a trick of the light, perhaps. Spends most of her time indoors, poring over musty tomes. She's obsessed with her family's legacy. Yada yada. Okay. Don't see what that's all the fuss is about, personally. And finally, from the South Bellona, the eldest daughter of the Space Runner lineage. She's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? She's been in more duels than I can count, and won them all. All her duels have been practiced, she says, for a final showdown on the horizon. Not bad at all. I just picked out the second option for fun. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. I have made my decision. Xenia of the East. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. Winter feast time. After weeks of leading your baggage train along perilous mountain roads, you finally arrive at the snow-swept clan hall of Chief Nikolay the Gremlin. I would love some cake. Honestly, I would love some chocolate cake at the moment, in real life. Anyways, the hall is crammed with all the chiefs of the north, sitting cheek to cheek along tables and groaning under the weight of food and ale. Welcome, Your Majesty, to my humble hall. Take a seat, grab a drink. It is customary at Winter Feast to exchange gifts with the host. What did you bring? A casket overflowing with sapphires, an axe with an emerald-encrusted shaft, a champion warhorse, some fine silk pajamas, or nothing. Absolutely nothing. You know what? A champion warhorse, because we're kind of struggling right now. Ah, look at that beauty. A fine addition to my stables. Thank you, Your Majesty. After that, the feast lasts long into the night. The fires roar, the bards sing songs of the old days, and a lake of ale is consumed. Oh gosh, that's a lot of drinking. A couple hours in, you are extremely drunk. What? The chiefs appreciate how much you're getting into the spirit of things. They roar with laughter as your mumble jokes. Someone claps you on the shoulder, on the shoulder so hard your crown falls into your beer. As winter feast draws on and the snow piles up outside the doors, the mood in the hall turns raucous. Your memory is blotchy, but you distinctly recall getting into a fight, taking part in a contest, or leading the entire hall in song. You know what? And authority this time, we're fighting. In your drunken haze, you tell a joke that might have been construed as a little insulting to one of the chiefs present and their mother. Seitsu, do you care about how you're voiced today? Alright. Oi! Say that one more time, I bet ya. The chiefs is so drunk, you're not sure they realize you're the monarch, or perhaps they're just too far gone to care. Accept the challenge. Let's fight. Let's fight. The whole clan hall grows hushed as you stand up and ball your hand into fists. Then, with a roar, they surround you both and begin chanting, "Fight! Fight! Fight! Fight honorably. Fight dirty. For honor." For 5% chance of honor. What? What? Hey! Let's go! DJ and gambling. 5% chance. Perhaps Seitsu Scarlet was even drunker than they seemed, or perhaps you don't know your own strength. Either way, you punched them straight in the jaw and they toppled like a chopped tree. Let's go, Monarch! There is a moment of shocked silence, then the other chiefs erupt in cheers. They jostle forward to clap you on the back and hand you another ale. After that, the night is a blur. I'm also going to write this in notes for a clip later. The next morning, the chiefs are scattered around the hall, groaning and nursing their hangovers. Do-do-do. You woke up in an even worse state, sprawled onto a table. Your clothing disheveled. Even worse, your crown is missing. Fortunately, Chief Nikwe, the gremlin, comes to your rescue. They get you washed and find your crown before any rumors can spread. Good. Thank you, Chief. Nikwe, the gremlin. Hiding your embarrassment, you bid farewell to the chiefs and begin the long, perilous journey back to the capital. End the season. Dong. By royal decree. Alright. Let's adopt this. Get rid of this. Bribery. Makes everybody happy, right? A city in flames. Agricultural concerns. The royal wedding. Agricultural concerns. Space Runner, if you're still around, do you care about how you're voiced? Ooh. A saddlebag? Wait, what's a saddlebag? Or if we're talking about like just in game. Okay. I will out. Ooh. What kind of cake? Pancakes. 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 When I say pancakes, I think pancakes. I don't know why I said think pancakes, but alright. Well, Your Holiness, there's a particular forest in the south that nobody's allowed to enter because it's owned by the monarch. Ooh. I'll look it up and see what they're like. Never had them before. Well, if we cleared it, it could prove valuable as a pasture for cattle growing crops. Right now, it serves no purpose. Nappy, there you are. You've been gone for a bit. Welcome, finally. The Grandies could use you back in their group, by the way. Oh, so I own a whole forest? Those are my trees. Hands off. Several, as a matter of fact. It's all good. Nip, where are you flying? Where are you going to? Where have you been? Well, you have exclusive hunting rights over them, but you'll never visit. I petitioned the council to transfer ownership, nothing personal. Also, yesterday's stream was super short because of the fact that my computer was... Not my computer, but PC was having some issues. And so I was like, oh, gotta end it here, sadly. Anyway, should the Monarch's wood be given to the Grandy Space Runner and turned into farmland? Alright. Doesn't matter. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Oh, okay. Oh dear. What is authority? Who needs it? Well, of course I can afford it. What do you take me for, a beggar? The forest is chopped down and turned into farmland. Nobody's too upset. Except for some foxes and deer and an old lady in a cottage who wasn't supposed to be there anyway. Oh, one of those cottagecore witches, probably. However, the loss of the monarch's wood is seen as symbolic of the monarch losing power to their nobles. The royal wedding. Or city in flames. No, arson first. Your Majesty, there's been a terrible fire in the city of Tolovine, where once there were buildings, there is now a field of smoldering ash. Dozens of peasants have very much died. What caused this fire? A warehouse was storing lamp oil unsafely and in immense quantities. The owners were in the middle of haggling over prices when one of their merchants lit his pipe. Those absolute idiots. I was hoping the council might unlock some funds from the treasury so we could rebuild. Hmm. Hmm. I would like to offer no help. If you vote for me, be nice. Because, they did it themselves. They decided to light things on fire. But we'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Did I actually get rid of the wrong law? I feel like I got rid of the wrong law because it gave me a point. Yep, I got rid of the wrong law. It's fine. You send words to the grandees of Tolovine that they will be expected to rebuild their own city without the monarch's help. More than that, what is the point of having a monarch in the first place? Well, I want you guys to be somewhat independent, just not too independent. Your wedding, Xenia, is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across this realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. We'll see what Xenia says, Nikolai. I have no opinion. I am happy. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Xenia at your side. Alright. If you guys have not met the Archbishop, this is the Archbishop. Do you take this woman of your lovely wedding wife? I do. Then I pronounce you married in the eyes of the kingdom. After the wedding, of course, is a feast, and after the feast, a wedding. Your new wife, Xenia, only dances with obvious reluctance. By the time you find yourself alone with Xenia, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Neither of us asked for this union, but I assure you, it can blossom into something of mutual benefit. That's a bit cool approach, isn't it? Maybe we will fall in love once we get to know each other. Agreed. Excellent. I hope this alliance proves most fruitful indeed. You head to your separate bedchambers. Perhaps you will draw closer in time. But for now, your wife is happy to keep you at arm's length. We'll end the season. Dong. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape, and wolves howl in the night, the Chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok. Praise Morgana. Initial talks with the ice giants are going so well that they've gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern valleys. Panty, have we talked about your character's voice yet? And if we haven't, how would you like to be voiced? Or if you don't care, just let me know. And if so, if you're okay, okay. What if I did something that it doesn't fit? Uh, hmm. That's good, but this is the foundation of a land strong enough to rock the world. Aye, the ice giants are a formidable ally. Tall as a building and limbs like tree trunks, and those Southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first, we must offer something the giants desire. A whole kingdom worth of pillage? Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. For the next stage of the Chiefs scheme, they must raise other regions' trade to a combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. I can do between like a Stitch and like a Smeargle voice, but I like to fluctuate. The prophesized Knife's Herald has finally manifested on Celestath, taking the form of a humble noble known as Ignazia, who hails from a farming town in the southern hills. Ohana means family, or so the grandees claim. Alright, this is gonna be me imitating Mari. Haha! Peasants all over the south are flocking to you. Ignazia, I knew you could do it. What was your voice again? I don't remember. The plentiful crops have a significant boon to our economy. Now that's what I call a miracle. Praise be, but this is just the beginning. With him on our side, we will capture the minds of the common folk and lead a holy crusade against the false monarch. The people still need a push, however. With just the right amount of chaos, the peasants will take up arms and die for you. For the next stage of their scheme, the grannies must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Great! Everybody wants to lower stability. Except for, well, the Chiefs. Chiefs have it in for themselves. Alright, a Tale of a Curse, the Gossamer Shield, and a Clairvoyant... What? A Clairvoyant Witch. Your Majesty, Chief Justice Scarlet has been having prophetic dreams. It is true, I can part the veil betwixt now and some ways off. I kind of forgot the voice that I was doing for Scout Side 2, I'm sorry. It just, sometimes it's just like a lot fry. They're gone. I'll give you a prophecy then. I look into the future, and it speaks through me, no more, no less. Ah, yes, I remember. For example, I dreamt of Countess Dr. Guess Who being beheaded. And the plague of bees will bring doom upon Countess Lady Lockney III's household. I feel like Lake needs a break, guys. Lake just needs a break. We can't have Countess Lake Lockney IV at some point. What? Blood and stars. I can't live without honey on my toast. After Your Majesty, have them foretell the future for the council. We could gain insight into great mysteries. What should be done with the omniscient fortune teller? Hmm. Boop. It's A or C, people. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Alright, so I was able to succeed with a 5% chance. Definitely not with a 50% chance. Now, where did all the grandees go today? Grandees, hello? Voting has closed. Wonderful, Master. I'm certain that will not disappoint. Sure enough, Chief Setsu Scarlet has a canny sense of what's best for the North. But the other nobles start to mutter this seeing the unseen is no more than a disguise for giving out special treatment. Can the monarch really be trusted with this charlatan constantly whispering in their ear? Alright, let's go to the Gossamer Shield. Dr. Guess Who? We haven't voiced you yet. Do you care about how you're voiced today? Hmm. Ah, yes, I can trust the people who want to throw me into a Ragnarok. But, Dr. Guess Who, any voices that you would like? Or do you not mind? Alright, then I think that I'll just pick one. Oh, your highness, sir, heed my plea. The great tragedy of our time has befallen the East. That was not the accent I was going for in my head, but my mouth went before my brain thought. You ran out of caves? Worse than that, I feared an order of once great knights has fallen into disrepute. Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? It's the order of the Gossamer Shield, Your Majesty. They were once the greatest of the knightly orders to serve the counts. Their virtues are well extolled by bards across the lands. Tales that would make us all weep. But they've been brought low. They're working as glorified bounty hunters for the South. This is a stain on our honor the East. Nonsense. Our military has suffered some setbacks recently, so we have got some security to keep order for a penny, I might add. Gossamer security has been solving the problems we want solved and kicking the buttocks we wanted kicked. Uh, we're blood and stars. Gossamer security has. And how has it come to this? These are knights, not mercenaries, and they need reminding of a little thing called chivalry. Look at the people, you know? Please, your grace, I beg the council to be reasonable. Alright. I'm just letting you guys have free reign. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. At this point in time, we do need a grandee. Because we only have at this point I feel like it's just the cheese versus the counts. Just quietly, silently. Do 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 do. Ding ding. Bad napped. You haven't heard the last of this. Unfortunately, with the Knights of the Gossamer Shield were called to the east, order breaks down in the south. Raiders hide out in the desert and target trading caravans, leaving the Grandies no choice but to give their merchants hefty hazard pay. Still, the counts are pleased. Hopefully, the reputation of the order will recover. And a terrible curse. Grandi Mar rushes into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. By the gods, you look like you haven't slept for weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. Perhaps you're just ill or old. It was one of my peasants. I saw it in her eyes. She's a new witch. Ooh. Well, why not? Look over this one. But with me, you guys get money. Just saying. And, might as well do it. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Voting has closed. How should the council deal with Grandi Mari's curse? Oh. No! Why? Why send them to the north? Ah, yes, that would be wonderful. A change of pace, some fresh air, perfect. The gods are good. Beep should bring plenty of coin. The trip is resounding success, with Mari's and their entourage praising Nikoe, the gremlin's hospitality. North soon becomes a popular destination for those looking to improve their health. Alright, ending the season. Ding ding. Alrighty, it's auction time. And as I recall, you guys would like some time from last time to actually look at the options. And give me a second to drink some actual water to clear my throat. But the chiefs have A for reducing farming, B for reducing authority, counts have C to increase trade, and D to reduce stability, E to raise military, and F to lower trade. Other than that, we'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. At this point, it's looking like the Grandies can just rebel. If we get like a single Grandy that wants to rebel. Or actually, no, they can't, because we need everybody else that was a Grandy to rebel. Oh dear. This is an interesting day indeed. Alright, the Seeds of Rebellion. That's the 5th peasant I've had to hang this week, and just like all the others, she was trying to steal our gold and give it to the poor. Puh. What do they need gold with anyway? Something is amiss, Your Majesty. Someone has been stirring up discontent amongst the peasantry, and I have reason to believe it's the counts. Something what I need to do to stop them. A peasants' uprising is trouble. If not de-escalated quickly, the council would capitalize on the instability to install Katoka as the queen. So we kill a few more, put the fury of the ninth into them. Oh, you misunderstand. That is exactly what the counts want. It will cause chaos. Your Majesty, you must get a grip on the common folk. If the kingdom is stable, Discontent will not be able to spread as easily. This will give me time to root out the conspirators. The kingdom could certainly be doing better. If things don't change soon, these protests will only get worse. Perhaps the council will aid you in this endeavor. Sure, why not? I can't believe you guys are going to proceed. Just like I said, let them be angry. Oh dear. Locke could totally change this. Well, actually no. Maybe it's tied and then be whatever I want. Voting has closed. Unfortunately, I had voted for that already. So it's 3-2. Hospitals. Everyone loves hospitals. Ever since the doctor stopped just waiting for people to die and instead tried to cure them, everyone has always wanted more hospitals. Everyone that is besides the nobles, who usually have to pay for it. Oops. Absolutely not. This is a monarchy. No freedom of speech at all. But why should we have to pay for them? They're lowborn. Alright, Seitsu. I'll see you around and thank you for stopping. Bye. Honestly, Seitsu, mood. The Prophet. Oh, not the Prophet. Your Majesty, I assume you are familiar with the Grandee's latest puppet, the so-called Knights Herald. Is this important? Very. The Grandees are pushing Ignacia as their claimant to your throne to be put there by force if necessary. Unfortunately, the kingdom's going through a rough period. You'll need to stabilize as quickly as possible. Alright, how will the council respond to this so-called herald? Hey, we'll start the vote. I'll let you guys do it. I trust you guys today. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Ding ding. Alright, voting has closed. Your financial changes prove popular among the common folk who throw their newly freed cash into recreational pursuits. You can only hope it's enough to stay off the grandees. About your heir. Merchant Xenia has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. She cares more about her stupid books than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. But something's still missing. You need an heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard or the youngest of your many cousins. I probably have an extra child somewhere. The church won't be happy, but they're just as keen to avoid a civil war as we are. Legitimize the past without much fuss. I will meet with the Archbishop tomorrow. Alright. And that's it for the season. Ding ding. Back in the Knife, Chief Nikolai the Gremlin is hosting yet another feast at their clan hall. Meat is being passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on the tables. That can only mean two things: really good news or really bad news. Because back in the ye olden times, if a child is not yours from a marriage, or from infidelity, or from like an extra, that is known as a bastard child. Auntie, pass me the drink. You're all loud. I'm drinking until my ancestors feel it. Were those astronauts I saw on my way through the lands? Have I really done it? Your eyes don't deceive you, lad. They'll be marching with us come tomorrow. And by Grahala's beard, did they come out in force? We must have really impressed them with our reports of the kingdom's bounty. The girls are good, but what happens after the astronauts march? Acts of my ancestors? I hadn't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink, and assemble the other chiefs. Quickly, damn you. Alright, how should the chiefs use their alliance with the ice giants to their disadvantage? More drink. More water mixed with powder. Interesting. I mean, technically that's a good choice. Because if you lower stability, I mean, everybody's working to lower stability. So no matter what, as long as you get that, you win. Oh no. Deviously brilliant, so... Oh, why it's almost dishonorable. Don't get so sad that the man must be too big to mount a response. And one of the reasons deny that the giants could be thrown back into the north with us. Oh gods. Can someone enjoy the drink without being warned about consequences or plans for 5 minutes? By the final stage of this game, the chiefs must lower authority to 1 or less. Deep in the south, a Grandy paces along the balcony of their hillside villa. It's just not enough. The peasants love Ignacia and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put her on the throne. Take heart, Grandy. We are at the threshold. The peasants need only a small push. If only we could engineer that push. The Grandy's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Back in the east, Countess Lake Lockney III has met her with her co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around to good measure, but there seems to be little cause for celebration. Oh, it's no use. The peasants are losing momentum. If we don't keep up the pressure, they'll go back to living their normal lives in peace. Lazy good-for-nothings can't even get off their backsides for one measly revolt. We have to keep them unhappy. Not allow the monarch time to stabilize. The count's goal is to lower the kingdom's stability to 4 or less. Alrighty. You know what? People are angry. I'm taking the money back. Debt collection, the expedition, something, something. Alright, debt collection. Wow. Greetings, Majesty. I am here on behalf of Salvin and Gal to collect what we are owed. Delightful to see you. You owe us a grand total of 3,750 gold. What if I don't pay? The Republic of Kurth guarantees all our loans to foreign states. If you fail to pay your debt, you will be the subject of aggressive trade sanctions and eventually war. Oh, of course. Here you go. A pleasure doing business with you. Oof. Oh. Like, Your Majesty, the expedition you sent to Chur has finally returned. And they've, like, brought back something quite extraordinary. A number of bedraggled sailors enter the room. They're, like, supporting an incredible figure who stumbles around uncertainly on the stone floor. The figure has the head of a horse. Their body has been twisted by magic, but what was clearly once human. They still have one hand with 5 malformed digits. Their 2 hooved feet flop loudly as they walk. What the hell is that? Now pray, your majesty, let me explain. This is a wizard of great power. The horse snorts and neighs loudly. Like, do you make a mockery of the monarch with a sham? Never, your esteemed highness. It's a wizard horse. He just has difficulty talking with that snout. Ah, one of those equestrian wizards. Or whatever you call like the horse wizards. Because I remember there was like a specific name for this. Because I was reading Webtoon. Not hemomancy. It was never your esteemed highness. It's a wizard horse. He just has the difficulty of talking with that snout. Fine, we'll take him in. After months of painstaking experimentation, you devise a way to communicate with the creature. Incredibly, the horse does indeed claim to be a once human wizard. In exchange for keeping him at your castle, he bestows upon you multiple wisdoms relating to taming of beasts and their agricultural uses. Farming in the kingdom is revolutionized practically overnight. Wow. Literally, everything's high except for the east. People are getting well fed. Anyways, knightly virtue. Ah! Thank you, Nicolay, for following. That scared me for a little bit. We were running the Order of the Gossamer Shield to protect our land, but Countess Dr. Guess Who decided she wanted the knights to go back to writing love poetry and picking flowers. Now crime is exploding in the south, and there's no one to keep order. That is your problem. People have been visiting my keep from across the kingdom to learn about the knightly virtues and the court etiquette for a fee, of course. God above, the outdated notions about chivalry are irrelevant in the modern age. Actually, they're more relevant than ever. We can all do with a little romance in our lives. In fact, I should come to the capital and spread the word of what you say to your majesty. Should Countess Dr. Guess Who spread old-fashioned knightly virtue in the capital? Well, none of these options are good. So I guess I'll just take out that one. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. A or C today. Ding ding. Voting has closed. The grandees storm out, declaring you and the Countess Dr. Guess Who bear soft-hearted fools. Countess Dr. Guess Who establishes a library in your palace filled with Eastern books concerning unrequited love and duty-bound, doom-laden tragedy. The Counts appreciate their culture being given a chance to shine. Tourists from across the kingdom travel to the capital to soak up the atmosphere, as Countess Dr. Guess Who becomes quite the celebrity. Anything else? Oh, wow. That's the end of the season. Wow. None of these are good. So I think we're fine. Angry people, a laughing stock, drama and tragedy, and a booming crop. What's a laughing stock? Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Nigel Sullivan has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. What's the problem? The problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on you. I don't think this is going. The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is upended up over their head as they sit on the throne. Your Highness, peasants and nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as Monarch Biffo. You know what? Let's go for an arrest this time. Put out a warrant for Nigel Sullivan's arrest. 2 days later, Nigel Sullivan is brought before you in chains. He's shivering in his little pointy boots. Well, we caught up to him as he was boarding a ship to the Republic of Kurth, Your Highness. Please have mercy. Execute Nigel Sullivan. Let him rot in the dungeons, or order him to change the role into a heroic one. These also look horrible. Alright. Yes, of course. I'll rewrite the role immediately. As satires go, it was a little broad anyway. Not today, Nicoe, not today. When the play is re-released, everyone agrees that it's lost what made it special. Many of the nobles are furious that you arrested and threatened the great Nigel Sullivan. But at least you dealt with a threat to your authority. Drama and tragedy. Granny Space Runner storms into the council chamber brandishing a crumpled letter. Alright, Countess Dr. Guess Who, what do you call this? Someone cares for you unto death and beyond. Oh, it is a love poem. How exquisite. It's excruciating. People are sending this melodramatic rubbish all across the South because of your influence, and if I had enough. Hello, Simply Volptic. Here with the Counts today. Or you're still with Counts. Seizi, why do you still have so much? Wait, no, Seizi's not here. But Seizi still has so much gold. Unnecessarily. Your Majesty, I beg you. Help me defeat this terrible poetry fad. What? No hostile dynasty? What are you talking about? Alright, I'll let you guys have... Yeah, unfortunately all the grandees are out and about. And it's okay. We'll start the vote for this in 3, 2, 1. Oh no. Oh no. Voting has closed. You have the Spy Master stir up rumors about how much you favor the East compared to the South, and vice versa. Gossip quickly runs rampant. The whole thing quickly gets out of hand. At first, the counts and grandees throw veiled insults at each other in the council hall. Soon, they're throwing punches. The votes are happy to have more fuel for their ballots, but the atmosphere in the council is toxic. This drama isn't anywhere near as fun as you'd hope. The grandees are so angry to be like ready for a rebellion, but we can't do anything with it. Anyways, a booming crop. Well, Your Majesty, the yields from the northern farms are extraordinary. I've never seen the like. The peasants are practically drowning in turnips. They've even hybridized a new variety that grows so large. The farmers hollow them out to use as dog houses and chicken coops. Not rebelling. It's hiding, you know? We assembled a team from the University to study this new crop. I could benefit the entire kingdom. By the old gods, wait a moment. You can't spread our secrets to anyone. I'll have you know that our produce is very much in demand. We're just in the middle of securing a tentative trade agreement with Taverlin. These agents could disrupt things terribly. Should the scholars be allowed to study the hybrid crops in the north? Well, we'll have to vote for this in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Alright, voting has closed. You know, I feel like raising up trade and farming, there's not much to do because literally almost everybody has like good stats for it. The northern trade agreement with Taverlin goes ahead with great fanfare. 2 wagon loads of turnips trundle back and forth, bringing fast profit with them. Aware of the secret hybrids for the first time, the counts and grandees are not pleased, but they cannot go against the will of the council no matter how much they argue. The counts hybridize their own cabbages to rival those of the counts. Wait. Why would the counts rival themselves? Okay. But the first crop causes terrifying hallucinations to any who try them. The experiments quickly stop. Oh dear. Alright, we end the season. Dong. A prediction? Your heir, ability of the community. How's my heir doing? Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die? I ask that my crown be passed down to. The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My legitimized, natural-born son. Less faith. Assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating the heir, you cemented the stability of the kingdom. Though the common folk may lose some faith in the church, seeing that their monarch extramarital activities can be just being forgiven so easily. Volptic, simply Volptic, what would you like your voice today to be? If you care about your voicing. Ah, my knees. Shaking everything. Whoopsies. Suddenly got a little bit chillier outside. And I'm just like, it's cold. How dare. Blanket. Well, Nikolai, thank you for joining us. And I hope to see you around us again at some point. Alright. Well, I guess then I'll do the voice of, well, if... Your legitimate, your highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on legitimizing your son? What is his name? Santana the Fourth. How exquisite, your highness. Okay, I'll do that. I'm sure little Santana the Fourth will grow up to be chief of the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. Probably not. A prediction. Regardless, as the news from around the south, as you imagine knows, I'm an amateur astronomer. I have seen the solar eclipse as well, visible from the north. We must encourage the kingdom to gather beneath the stars and experiment this once in a lifetime event. By the ninth day, an eclipse is a warning from the ninth god, a sign that the kingdom has fallen in shadow. All the nobles start talking at once. Some are excited, some are horrified, but all are very loud. Well, I trust you guys to vote for whatever, so we'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Mm, 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 mm. Mari, you're back.
Yeah, hi. I don't know what's going on. I like missed a big chunk of what's going on.
Well, in short, you can rebel now. You guys are very angry. You guys are at max anger, but I don't think you can rebel because all the other grandees are, well, never mind. There's only one other grandee besides you. You're fine. So I guess you can rebel by yourself unless the
How do I do that?
you'll type an exclamation mark rebel when the screen says you can, I think. Some of the chiefs grumble that the council isn't taking the impending solar event seriously, but even the grumpiest have to admit that concentrating on their terrestrial assets yields a great something bounty. But yeah, you'll type in grandees may vote to rebel by typing exclamation mark rebel. A pillar of the community. Johannes, I have to bring this matter to you, but there's no other way. We've been trapped in another criminal who's wanted in conjunction with a number of high-profile incidents back home. We thought she had slipped the net into recently when we discovered that she fled into the south a number of years ago. But the grounders refused to let us investigate further. Who's the criminal?
We don't know her name, but the girls call her One Night Stand. She's loud, shitted, and murdered her well halfway across the north. Wait a moment. What are you talking about? The wrong accent. Wait a moment. Are you talking about Gold Touch Sally? She's pillar of the community back in Aranza. She arrived a few years ago from the north and used her wealth to invest in local businesses and set up an orphanage. Everyone loves her. Sure, this is just Gold Touch Sally. This woman is a bloodthirsty criminal and must be punished. Alright, should Gold Touch Sally be extradited to the north to face justice for her past crimes? I trust whichever you guys vote for. Because I don't think there's anything I really need. Because trade and all the other stuff is pretty high. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Voting has closed. When one-eyed Sally arrives in the capital, she looks like any other sweet old lady. The sort of woman who gives local children candies against their parents' wishes. How can I help you, dearie? How do you plead to Chief Panty's accusations? Cut the crap, lady. You know what you did. I've seen enough. Execute the criminal. You know what? Murder. You have Sally carted off to the dungeons to await the execution the next morning, but to your horror, she escapes the same night. Lovely. I'm so sorry, Your Majesty. She told me it was a misunderstanding and that she was just a poor old lady who accidentally wandered in. And she gave me a sweet from her pockets that she had been saving for a rainy day. And Amanda said she'll slip through our fingers again. We might never get the chance to punish her now. You don't see One-Eyed Sally again. She didn't show up at her orphanage in Haranza, nor anywhere else in the south. Perhaps she fled to the east this time. But Mari, if you want to rebel, you can still rebel by typing exclamation mark rebel. Oh. Oh. Well, cool. End season. Alright, it is auction time. Alright, Dr. Yesu. Thanks for being around. And I hope you have a good day or night, whatever it is time zone it may be for you. And if you'd like, you can feel free to follow if you want to come back at some point. Alright, so for the auction, we have A, raising up faith, B, lowering authority, C, raising up military, D, lowering stability, E, raising stability, and F, to lower trade. Other than that, we'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. You know, I think we're down to basically one for each group now. Or, actually, no. One chief, one grandee, 2 counts. Go back to like a small, equal playing field. Sort of. Time's up. Alright, so we have rebels. Magical request, rebellion, and opening strike. Rebellion. At long last, the Grandees have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Grandee Space Runner, his eyes alight with righteous fury. Now if God has judged you unworthy, a pretender to the throne, and the grannies of the south that have listened, we will rise and up and fight for Ignacia, the true queen. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other, we'll be on the battlefield. One day, I will see your head on a spike. Whoops. I lowered the wrong stat. Oh no. Well, there will be many heads on spikes before this war is over. Mine will not be among them. Randy Space Runner strides from your throne without looking back. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. How did things get this bad? Later, the rebellion's granting Mari as reason for the uprising. They're citing your past transgression. It's mainly for calling Gossamer security to the east. Yeah. I picked the wrong thing. Urge to murder. Rising. Yes, Your Majesty. Hold on to that feeling. You'll need it. What are the chances against the rebels? Pretty good. The Grandies aren't exactly a military powerhouse. I hope they don't persuade any other regions to join the rebellion. That would be disastrous. That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom divided. There will be a lot of death and suffering before all of this is over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Opening strike. This kingdom is blackened by faithlessness and dishonor. The ninth god is weeping for what we have become, and whose fault is that? I believe is a Monarch Centeno the third, the mad tyrant. Alas, you are right. We have no choice but to raise our banners, march on the capital, and install a better ruler, someone like the noble Ignacia. But first, we must work out our opening move. Pray to the ninth. Let him help us decide. We can launch a preemptive strike against the chiefs to cripple their military capabilities. If we suspect the counts may join our cause, we can call them to war. They'll be more likely to join us if the monarch's authority is low. We could also call upon the church to condemn the monarch. Or finally, you could send off an assassin to nip this in the bud. Alright, this is Grandee's time. Launch a preemptive strike on the chiefs, call upon the counts to join our cause, C, petition for the support of the church, or, well, they're too poor. Send an assassin after the monarch. What?
I am very poor.
Oh, you guys are very poor. What happened?
Well, I was gone for quite a while.
Alright, well, you didn't pick a choice. Oh, pick D. Oh.
Oh,
You don't have to do that simply. Also, simply both take this is like your alt account. But Mari, you know what this is bad for you, right? Cause literally it picked. Thank you, Bill Salting, for
I
following.
was not paying attention at all.
So because you didn't vote right, it picked A, and because A was literally a 0% chance, right? And so the Grandies launched a surprise attack on the north, slashing and burning their way across fields and farmlands. But because you're sending your military of 3 against military of 9, before they can get too far, however, the northern army springs an ambush, catching the southern soldiers totally unawares. Loyalists gain a victory point. Military is now weak. Farming is now rampant. Alright, let me find a plushie real quick. I just find it funny that they literally just said, here, we give you the 0% chance one. Thank Morgana, no mercy for traitors, long live the monarch. The southern army are forced into disorderly retreat back to their own lands, losing demoralized troops to ambush and desertion along the way. Alright, a magical request. A wizard calling himself trapped and keeps sending these dreadful letters. They smell of rotting fish and dissolve in the seawater as soon as they're read. He demands access to the north on the door of the cliffs. It is the power of the dark and tempest and special magic, but wizards are trouble. Alright, should a wizard be allowed to use the firepower of the solar eclipse? Well, we'll start the vote. And I will look for a plushie.
Who will be our friend for this time? And the DJ will throw a blanket over to be warm. Haha! Alright, we got a big Pikachu. Oh, okay. Oh dear. Voting has closed. You sent a stern letter to Scrampton demanding he pay his dues. Here's nothing. The chiefs hear nothing. Some peasants report the faint crash of waves at the edge of their hearing, but that couldn't be related, could it? Meanwhile, the eclipse approaches. We'll end the season. Back in the east, Countess Lake Lockney III has met with her co-conspirators once again. Wine is being passed around in good measure, and it seems spirits are high. We've done it again, my good friends. The peasants are in uproar. Riots are commonplace across the kingdom. I foresee no negative consequence of this. Other than for the monarch, of course. Indeed, and all it took was a civil war to kick off. What excellent timing. Who could have known that those grandies would finally come in handy for something? Only one step remains. I have two proposals for the plan ahead. One way or another, we will push the serfs to turn violent. Whoops, wrong accident. Alright, A or B? Lower all trade, or B, lower all farming? Either or. Those are like horrible things, because farming and trade are super high. Alrighty. And what has it picked? Alright, lower all trade. Diabolical. Why, you might even call it evil. No, it's for their own good. When you think about it, everyone will be better off with Kotoka on the throne. With this final push, we will ensure the monarch soon has more than one revolt on their hands. Yes, and then once they're forced to sue for peace, I'll be right there ready to step in and negotiate. Yeah, just like a small little bit. Unfortunately, it picked A. The final stage of their scheme, the council must lower all regions' combined total trade to 15 or less. Well, can't tax any of the grandees anymore. You know what? Let's anger the people. More money for the banks. Come from the tax. Oops. So when it comes to like votes, when it comes to the groups, right? Like, I can't exactly click through it quickly. Well, like it doesn't tell me like go to the vote. It just throws it in there instantly, unfortunately. All right, great battle, something something about the opportunity, and something something over here. What's this one? Your Majesty, as the grandees were marching through the north, they were hit by a fierce blizzard. Unable to progress through the mud, they've set up camp beside the White Fleet River. So the city next? Precisely, we must strike. Don't be so foolish, Marshal. Do you think our own troops are immune to the weather? We'll have the same problems. If I may suggest another option, Your Majesty, the grandees are drawing all their water from the White Fleet River. If we were to poison it upstream, their troops would suffer greatly. By the Starflayer, and that's a dishonorable way to conduct a war. Your Highness, you cannot be serious considering this. It's brilliant plan. Cheat say to Scarlet, right? Is right. This is dishonorable. Where do we get all that poison? It's a brilliant plan. Let's get that. Thank you, Majesty. I thought so. And how do you expect us to poison a whole river? If we herd all the cattle in the north onto the riverbank upstream, and allow all their effluents to flow freely into the river, the water will be contaminated. It's hard to fight on a set stomach.
Not above, you are devious. I don't feel comfortable with this, your majesty. I'll need council approval before I proceed.
Alright, what should be done about the rebel camp? Well, A, right? Because 100% chance. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Or poison. Poison works too. It's 90% chance. Why would you let them pass? We gotta win. Mara, you can't vote for this, by the way. But you're no longer part of the kingdom. You're only there for your own votes.
Ah, that's more like a good old-fashioned battle's not intended.
Your northern soldiers proved more resilient to snow than the Grandees. They charged to the camp, taking the rebels by surprise and wreak havoc. By the time the Grandees have rallied their troops, your soldiers have already melted back among the trees, leaving chaos in their wake.
Huh, that'll show the bastards. And we didn't even need to dishonor ourselves in the process.
I maintain it was a perfectly viable strategy. Alright, what about the army? Mustering an army. Along the southern border, a few swords flash in the sunlight. Some soldiers mill about randomly, looking scared. The Grandees' troops are gathering, but it's distinctly unimpressive. This is the best force we can muster, is it? Well, no, as a matter of fact, this is only the beginning. I've considered several proposals for further bolster our army for trials ahead. Alright, Mari, A, B, C, or D. Hire mercenaries from the Ashmedian Empire. B.
What the fuck?
I know, they threw it immediately. B. Conscript the mass peasant levies. C. Call upon a holy order of the ninth. There's nothing I could do because it didn't tell me that there was gonna be a vote. It just said, here's voting. Or D. Your army will be enough. You only have an army of 1. Praise the ninth.
Dude, I literally am like getting distracted by everything. I'm like, yes.
The Holy Order of the Second Star has recognized the righteousness of our cause and will fight alongside us. We are blessed. We are blessed. The church doesn't support us in this conflict, so these knights risk their very souls to help us out. Let's not disappoint them. The holy knights soon arrive in the southern camp, riding in gleaming armor atop towering steeds. There are few, but each is worth 20 ordinary soldiers on the field of battle. I must say, it feels good to have the strength of the Nath on our side. Alright, and a great battle. Vast armies darken the landscape like the shadows of the clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal.
Majesty, the army of the south is advancing on the capital led by that treacherous cur, Granny Mari. I have received word that from the commander of our loyalist forces in the north. If they march now, they'll intercept the Grannies in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the army of the east. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed Grandees. What are your thoughts, your majesty?
I feel like the chiefs are strong enough. They can handle themselves. They can fight them head on.
Very well, your majesty. I'll relay your orders to Chief Setsu, the commander on the field. Hopefully they'll do as they're told. God knows treachery can thrive on the battlefield.
We have orders, but should we follow them? Alright, for the chiefs. What do you guys decide to do? A, B, or C? Ding ding. The whole city holds its breath. You steal in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she burst into your throne room, drenched in the blood of sweat of battle. Marshal report. You look awful. Dawn withdrew up in battle formations. It's all very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after the trumpets blow and the cavalry charge, nothing but blood and screams. Anyway, after the red mist lifted, I appraised the situation. The southern line was breaking. They were fleeing the field. It was a total rout, Your Majesty, with your loyalists scarcely taking a scratch. The ninth is with us. Oh, Mari. Mari, you have no military now.
Ah! Just kill me already.
So much death for what? To save your sorry head from being mounted on pikes, so stop complaining, eh? The southern army is scattered all over the countryside. It'll be months before they can regroup. This gives the scouts time to bolster their troops. It'll all calm down in the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. And my fate, too. Heh. That's true. Never fear, Your Majesty. If you do lose this, there are worse fates than a swift head chopping. We end the season. Ding ding. You're right. What battle? End the year. The wars end. Grannies have gathered their scattered army far faster than we had thought possible. They resumed their march on the capital. But they're weakened now. Now is the perfect time to finish the counts off. Well, for the counts to finish them off. Victory will be ours. I'll send the word to the counts at a time to strike. Muscle rides out with your orders, leaving you to wait anxiously for the outcomes of the battle. The next few days are agony. When she finally returns, she strides into your throne room with a triumphant gleam in her eyes. What took you so long? I came as quickly as I could, Your Majesty. Granny stood no chance against the spirit tactics of the counts, Your Majesty. It's just Mari and Space Runner. The military can't go lower. So I ordered a massive push into the lands, looting and pillaging the whole way. As we speak, Your Majesty, our armies are laying siege to Granny Mari's fortress. That's suspiciously like we won. All that remains are the formalities of victory, Your Majesty. Victory! Increase the trade. And money. The muscle rides back out to oversee the siege. A few days later, you receive word that Granny Mari's castle has fallen. And just like that, the rebellion is over. Soon the armies of the chiefs and the counts are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Meanwhile, Granny Mari, the leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. Kill me if you like, but the ninth god knows that what I did was righteous. Alright, chat, or whoever has left the chat, basically. Should we sentence Granny Mari to death, throw them in the dungeon, or let them go with a warning? Mari, you get no choice, by the way. Really, Volptic? You never seen them be warned? Okay. Anybody else left? Wait, or actually, Lake, you're the last person for this. Yes or no? Do we do it or do we not? Do we do death or do we do warning? Thumbs down. All right, that means death. Mari.
It's been an honor.
Stiff-backed and silent, Granny Mari is dragged out to the city square and led onto a platform before the roaring masses. The executioner axes fall. The head bounces into the crowd and the common folk kick it around and cheer. Mari, how does it feel to be delegated as a soccer ball now? And
It's
just
great to be a football.
and just like that, the South is defeated. The rebellion is over. The kingdom is yours again. As you sit resplendent atop of your throne, common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the monarch! They shout, long live the monarch! Alright, rebellion halted. Defiance is below authority or stability. We're end the season. Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying blah 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 blah. Okay. No. Alright, your ambition, revenge of a wizard, and that. Well, at the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the greatest monarch who ever lived. You're well on track to achieve. Really? Well done, Your Majesty. But shut down your noble scheming for good. We need to rebuild on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. We should crush, these little nobles, smash their armies, and force them to submit. On the other hand, Your Majesty, if you help us with Zeal the Night Guard, the torch will lend our full support with the backing of the torch. The nobles wouldn't dare move against you. Probably authority and military. A wise decision, Majesty. I'll begin putting together my plans, but of course it won't be easy. Your priority is raise your authority and the kingdom's overall military as much as you can, and of course there can be open rebellion among the nobles. Well, it's kind of hard because Mari lost all of her military recently, and the faith has never been high. Revenge of a wizard. The capital solar eclipse does little except make the day a little gray. But the north is a different story. Well, the river parts. It's so funny, Mari.
I was on my phone and I just looked up into your chat and I just see you Mark.
Yeah.
Don't put that in Twitter, bro. Don't put that in That's so funny.
Yeah, you're great. River parts. When the Samantha Trenton swept out of the arm with arms outstretched. He was engulfed in a tornado of salt water, but just stood there and laughed. Eventually the water vanished, but more shells and core erupted from his flesh. Now with his new power, he sent a branded flood across the land. Our farms are submerged. Bezu, please help the north. Let's not deal with this disaster alone. Alright, set Scrampton on a rival wizard. Conscript peasants as apprentices. You know what? If you guys vote with me, we go for this. Let's do that. Well, the vote's already started. A, B, or C? Let's go for the 50-50 true or false. Alright, voting has closed. Also, Vimply's Solptic has not joined the game at all yet. Very carefully, the Spy Master starts spreading rumors that the plague wizard known as Peste wants to battle. Stability is now steady. It's a risky business since wizards are both cunning and sly, but Spy Masters too. Soon Scrampton makes for the Tatterlands ready for a duel. When Peste fails to turn it up, he happily claims victory. A wizard's focus is unpredictable. He remains in the Tatterlands, terrorizing travelers there. Not really safe, though it will take a long time to recover. Interesting. And is this the Hordlings again? Hordlings! Your Highness, I'm ruined. Hordlings are occupying my vineyard and driven my staff away. Oh yeah, this is Mari. This is your child, your second. Yeah.
I have a kid?
Yeah. Ninth, bless you, Your Highness. What should be done about the Hordling infestation at Grandy Mari's vineyard? We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. Fancy, you're just having free reign.
No, that vineyard is my livelihood! But a horde infestation is no single person's problem. If they were to spread, they could ruin homes and businesses across the south. A vineyard and half the hillside with it is lit up like the sun. Unfortunately, the summer weather causes the fire to spread, creating a blaze that consumes a few farms in the process. Once Grady Mari's wealth goes up in smoke, it's not long before they've turned to begging on the streets of Marona. Panty does not like your group, Mari. Most likely Nappy too, but, you know. It's auction time! Your favorite time! Even though Mari, you're broke. You're like, at 0. Alright.
Just like in real life.
A is farming, B is lowering authority, C is to raise authority, D is lower trade for the accounts, E is to raise a faith, and F is to lower stability. We'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. See, Mari, if you're gonna rebel, you gotta do it well. I mean, you gotta have a good military. That's usually what rebellion
Dude,
is.
I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea.
Huh? Usually when you want to rebel, you look at the stats of your military. So like the Chiefs have a 9 military. I think your military is like at like 4 or 5 in the beginning. So a little harder. No, don't do that. Ah, fetch. Also, Pansy, I feel like no one's like fighting against you. So literally, I think you could have just done like 1 goal each time. I would have been happy with what you got. All right. Ambition, tyranny, armed shortage, mutiny at Quero Keep. Alright, let's go check out my tyranny. You've done some redecorating in the throne room. Does this mean your future as an iron-fisted tyrant? When the marshal walks in, she whistles appreciatively. I've liked what you've done with the place. Lots of chains and spikes. Is that a working Iron Maiden? I will lynch myself. Very good, a master artificer looks after his tools. You pull a lever in your throne, and a trapdoor opens just to the marshal's left. Beneath it is a pit full of writhing snakes, all deadly, of course. Ah, classic. Let them try to vote against you now. Goes herself. I've been surveying the troops across the kingdom. The Civil War completely decimated our forces, Your Majesty. Every soldier worth a damn is dead or has retired to polish their medals. We'll need to wait for the recruits to grow a few chest hairs. To improve your chances of victory, focus on increasing the kingdom's military authority as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. Alright. Arm shortage. Your Holiness, this situation in the south is dire. The city watches many of our cities is understaffed, and now crime is rampant. Even dueling has dwindled as minor nobles take up other hobbies like knitting and insect collecting. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the south. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? You know what? Haha. We'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Maybe it's the wrong option. That's fine. And I picked Panties, because Panties actually picked the one that I should have picked. Pressing peasants into military service is a tradition dating back hundreds of years. It leads to the arms shortage in the south, and hopefully doesn't create another something. Mutiny at Cuervo Keep. Your Highness, troubling development at the prison of Cuervo Keep. Well, do go on.
Us prisoners at the keep have staged a mutiny. We have no idea what went wrong, but they've killed all the guards and taken Cuervo for themselves. It is a lag. I wish I could give more time, but 30 seconds is what they give. We've come to your holiness because the prisoners are now making demands of you. If you do not respond, they will kill the hostages, including Cuervo Keep's owner, any space runner, or their demands. First, they want their crimes forgiven, which is pretty standard as far as things go, but they are also asking for significant gold payment and free passage to Ashmead. I'll hold a vote to see what we can do. No worries, Lake. I mean, I'm glad you're able to join, even if you're at work. Alright. Ding ding. It's literally A or B. Use your authority, or, hey, give in to the prisoner's demands. Panty, I feel like you should vote for A, though. Because it would lower the authority for mine, and then, you know, get you close to your goal. But I could still fail. Oh, nope. Though you don't give them everything they asked for, the mutineers know better than to push their luck. They agree to release the hostages, including Granny Space Runner, and then leave the region. And the season. Right. Demand. Actually, no. Neutral. Everybody goes back to 1. An invitation, falsely accused, missing spoons. Uh-oh. My spoons! You aren't hiding the spoons from me, are you? It's not funny. Well, if you're not playing a prank, someone is. We should teach them a lesson. Throw them the rest away. No more spoons for me. Much to your wife's surprise and annoyance, you decide to throw out all of your spoons. If you can't have them, you won't give someone else the satisfaction of stealing them. A few weeks go by until the forks go missing instead. The lack of cutlery leaves you eating with your bare hands and cursing the fools that think this is funny. Aww. Your Grace, I bring bad news from our newly constructed prison in the east. One of the prisoners, a murderous rogue by the name of Cheddar Jamforth, has escaped his locations currently. Alrighty, Panty. Well, thank you for joining, and I hope you get a good rest. If you ever want to catch me again, you are welcome to follow if you're not following already. Anyways, the door is bang open. A grubby-looking peasant strides into the council hall. Thank you, Panty. Escorted by an anxious watchman. In this room. Sorry, Your Majesty. He said it was urgent. He was very persuasive. Your Majesty, I swear, I am innocent. DjDoubleT threw me in a prison on charges simply because I said I didn't like their hat. Your Grace, I have no idea what this fool's talking about. Yeah, that one. Alright. Now it's just me. I have no one to vote against me. What do you have Voltic to vote against? Oh, and Lake. If there's no lag for Lake. It's my hat. I shouldn't go to prison for speaking simple truth. The hat looks stupid. One more bad word about my hat, knave, and I'll kill you myself. Take 7 watchmen restrain count of something Voltic as Cheddar Jamforth is dragged down to your dungeons. Thank you, Your Highness, for listening to reason. Truly, you're most wise. The false imprisonment of Cheddar Jamforth rages the peasantry, but at least it reinforces the message that the monarch's justice cannot be overturned. Lovely. And an invitation. By the word, Countess Dr. Guessu hands you a blood-red envelope. It is sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night late next year. I suppose I shall attend an event, whatever it is. I will see you next at the Vigil, Your Majesty. Dong. Eh. Alright. A plot uncovered. I've held him off as long as I can, Your Majesty, but Chief Panty, I insist on an audience. Apparently, it concerns the end of the world. Though privately, I think he's gone off the deep end. There's not much time, Johannes. Let me present you my general model. I'm really confused person. A closer person to me. This fits right into my model. And the rock goes all the way to the top. Before he can continue, the palace watch yank him away with enthusiasm. Surprisingly, the rest of the chiefs barely react to the rest, instead, looking quite relieved. Oh, Pate just left and literally, we're already like, okay. Anyways, ambition tyranny. I must request that you come into the war room first thing in the morning, as she has news from her troops. 70% is still failing. Lovely. Our troops still haven't sufficiently recovered. Our troops haven't sufficiently recovered from the Civil War. Half the soldiers and your youngsters who can barely lift their weapons. True, the chances of chance of victory. Focus on increasing the kingdom's military and authority as much as possible in the next 2 seasons. Times will increase in difficulty with each failed attempt. Trouble in the sewers. Your Majesty, there's a horde of hoardlings in the sewers beneath the capital. They're the ones that have been stealing your spoons, and not just the Monarch spoons, but the entire cities. Oh. Voting tied at 0. Alright, go for that. The honor guard marched dutifully into the censorridden tunnels, but it doesn't go well. Hours later, only one returns, rambling wildly on and clearly on death's door. The hoardlings are gone. Chased them off, Your Majesty, but they ambushed us, killed everyone. It was because of blood. Some great monster down there. They were in league, set the beast on us like a rabid dog. The hoardlings are gone, Your Majesty. I'm sure you'll find a new god on a god in time. Behind him, the last of your former bodyguards expires with a gurgle. Oh. Okay. Well. Lovely. Ooh. Okay, a new honor guard. The deaths of your honor guard. A line of duty was a treasure, Your Majesty, but we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once, the monarchy's protection. Okay, so yeah, fatality, brutality. I'm gonna start with the marshal's voice and just read it normally because my throat is feeling funny about it. Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the counts with the knights of the Order of the Drawn Rose, and the grandees offer the fiercest battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel. Of course, since your previous honor guard were the Northern Warriors who died horrible deaths, you'll unlikely to find any volunteers in the North to replace them. This time we're finally going Lake's group. Cause yeah. The stone made it. Oh no. Behold, Your Highness. Count Simply Voltic pulls aside a tarpaulin to reveal a granite statue of Countess Lake Lockney III. The statue is impeccably detailed. Its expression of frozen grimace. Didn't this happen last game? Isn't... Oh no. A sad sight, is it not? That's not a statue, is it?
Astutely observed, your grace. This is all the remains of my fellow countess. It seems the Stone Maiden is abroad in the east. Well, I know she's abroad. She's called the Stone Maiden. This is no laughing matter. She is a walking statue with burning yellow eyes. All who meet her gaze are turned to stone. She sleeps for years at a time before waking and terrorizing the kingdom. She must have ambushed Countess Lake Lockney the Third on her latest walk in the cemetery. Please, your grace, you must do something. Lake, Lake, stop dying. This is not right. This is so common. What can be done to stop the Stone Maiden before she petrifies someone else? Alright, we'll start the vote in 3, 2, 1. Like, you're down to the 4th. I hope, like, if we end this dynasty, let's say, theoretically, at the end of this month, I hope that we're not on your, like, your 10th character. Because I'm like, you should not be dying this often. Like, every day. Voting tied at 1. Let's be cheap. Let's do the fairies. You sent for an expert folklorist from Quail University. According to the legend, the Stone Maiden always stays far inland, away from the shore. Perhaps there's something there? That's the solution. A saline solution. She must react badly to seawater. Then a squad of knights, each armed with a blindfold and a bucket of seawater. She's a great surprise, it works. As soon as she's drenched, the Stone Maiden shrieks and flees back to her underground lair, where she falls into an immortal slumber. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, posture check. Oh, no leaning back from me. A famous cuisine. I want food. I always want food. Kindness Dr. Guest who comes to you bearing a covered tray. She covers with a flourish. Our cook in our fortress has been cooking this in the canteen. The troops love it. Your Highness, would you care to try some? Alright, just a little. Layers of pastry are soaked in floral honey. It's so sweet that it makes your eyes water. She watches you expectantly. But it's honey. Delicious. Most pleased, I'm delighted you enjoy it. Trays of baklava carted out and served to the nobles. Many are enthusiastic, but Chief Nikolay the Gremlin shakes their head in disgust. Dreadful. How can you bring this to us? It tastes like a musty tome. How dare you? You insult the pride of the counts. Your Majesty, please, have the dreadful stuff taken away at once. Boop. Well, that started vote. The nervous chef makes his way from the fortress to become an official member of the palace staff. You throw banquet after banquet and nobles hurry to attend. You're served baklava at breakfast, lunch, afternoon, dinner, supper, and even the occasional midnight snack. The Eastern Fortress becomes a culinary landmark, with chefs and critics making pilgrimages to visit. This is lovely, my dear. It feels like I'm banging back at home. You carry on enjoying baklava together, morning and night, and more and more. More. End season. Alrighty, your favorite time of year, the auction. We got A, to raise stability, B, lower authority, C, raising military, D, lowering trade, E, lowering faith, or F, lowering stability. We'll start the auction in 3, 2, 1. Ding ding. At this point, it's either I win, or it might be the counts, maybe the Chiefs, the Grandies. I don't know. They're somewhere.
What was their goal? Oh, 15 or less. Like, doesn't that help me though? Alright, time's up. Alright, time for my ambition. Watch me fail again. It also requires that you come. Okay, that. The troops are looking good, Your Majesty. I didn't have high hopes for the Eastern peasants, but they actually know how to one end from a spear from another now. Now the key is to make sure the army are loyal to us, not to their region. Easier said than done, of course. I need to speak to the ordinary soldiers, grease some palms, make some cigars. Sorry, smoke some cigars, reminisce over old war stories. They don't respect the council any more than I do. But at the end of the day, Your Majesty, it will all come down to how much they respect you. That evening, she rides out. Oh, wait for her return. When she returns, Marshall punches you in the arm so hard you almost puke. Ow. Cheer up, you drip. We've done it. The troops are with us. They're fed. So, of the council passing all these namby so-called laws, it's time for an iron fist. The kingdom in shape. For the next few weeks, soldiers across the kingdom mutiny against their commanding officers and swear fealty directly to the monarch. Those begged for the council session to discuss the crisis, but you put them all off, blaming the renovation of the council hall. Of course, there's one person you can't avoid, your wife. Now, it comes full circle, seizing the armies of my own people. It almost feels poetic. They're not your people anymore. You're right. That I've hitched my horse to your wagon. Just know that I'll do whatever needs to be done. At long last, after you're sure the armies. Alright, Lake. Well, thank you for being around. And yeah, I'll see you around at some point. You have a good rest of your day. Or work. The kingdom are in the palm of your hand. You'll allow the next council session to go ahead. The final council session. The marshal stands at your right hand, flanked by a garrison of the city watch. Your honor guard flanks you on the other side, ready for anything. Then we'll file in one by one. That's all, madam. Most of them are looking nervous. The Archduke, looks angry. Your recent conduct has been outrageous, Your Majesty, unforgivable. Delaying the council session, secret meetings with our soldiers, violating the feudal contract. My top soldiers will have been killed in this little mutiny of yours. Let's call a vote right now. I'm ready to deprive you of that crown. No scratch that. I'm ready to deprive you of your head. Deal with this with intimidation, not violence. You have on count, Archduke, that any more of this kind of talk will be met with cold steel. Your Eastern Knights back up your words, drawing their swords and smiling coldly. Drakov's bones, Your Highness, how dare you threaten me? It's over, stand down. No one wants blood spilled today. I don't want to hurt you, but I will if I have to. Ugh. Blood and stars, damn you. Fine, go ahead. Just know that this kingdom will remember you as the tyrant. It's a moment of silence. Your Highness, Your Highness, I'm sure we're all like to be here. Right on, you lot. I don't think we need any more votes, do we? The monarch can take over from here. Of course, Marshal. Eat together, Marshal. Indeed. Now get out, all of you. As all the nobles shuffle out with their tails between the legs, you let out a joyful laugh. Maybe some would describe you as a delightful cackle, but those people would be dissidents, and you deal with them harshly. While the council holding you back, your daily duties are so easy, so efficient. Your firm grip on the kingdom will secure an excellent future for little Satana the Fourth when the time comes. Your reign of terror is here, but your future has only just begun. The monarch is victorious. Unable to convince the peasants to act in time, the count's scheme fizzled into irrelevancy. Perhaps next time they take matters into their own hands, instead of hinging their plans on the whims of common folk. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart, and the giants ended up attacking the north instead. The subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about the matters of the throne. The Grannies prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Ignacio in her rightful place on the throne, but no miracle came. Mari basically, your group was like, we're effed. Please, somebody pray. Monarch Santana's III's reign spanned another 15 blood-drenched years. The council couldn't defy them, fearing a gruesome fate. It was a dark and fearful time for everyone but the monarch, who seemed to enjoy themselves immensely, especially when with spikes and thumb screws were involved. 4 years, 6 months, Gen. That was a long game. Alrighty. I have been feeling the need for a nap for a while, so I will end this stream here. Thank you to everybody who came by, and thank you for our new followers of Panty, Vimply Soltic, and Nikolay the Gremlin. It was fun, and I hope to see you around. I hope to see you guys around for another time when we play King of the Castle, or for whenever I stream the next time. So, without further ado, DjDoubleT out and about, and deuces. Have a good time,